What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to SpawnCast episode 82. Sean is in Connecticut visiting family. He's not here tonight. And then Max is actually in Canada at a convention, EGLX actually, doing panels and everything there. So pretty cool there. They're all out doing some stuff, but we got a couple other people on the podcast. And Nate Direct Feed is actually having some internet issues, but he might just pop in as we go along here. So if you don't see him here, he hopefully will be able to pop in because he wanted to talk with the leak and everything with us as well. So let me go around here, though. We got OJ from Player Essence. What's up, man?
Hey, I'm here.
Good. And then we have, as you can see here, the Seinfeld representation. That is Liam Robertson. How's it going? Thanks for joining us. It's actually 2 a.m. his time. So thank you for staying up late and joining us.
No problem. Happy to be here.
And that you do a lot of work on. You've been on here before, but you did a lot of work on the Unseen, right? 64 and.
Well, I'm not with Unseen 64 anymore, but I write about games that were cancelled and that kind of thing.
Oh, you did that. You're the one who. Okay, so you did the article on the new Super Mario Bros. On the Switch, right? You put that out there. Okay.
Yeah. I write about current stuff as well, rumors and that kind of thing, stuff that I think's credible.
Are you still with Comic Book?
I might not be if they they haven't paid me for that article still, that new Super Mario Bros. U thing. So if that continues, I won't be, but we'll see.
Wasn't that like 2 months ago, wasn't it?
3 months ago.
3 months ago. Wow. Okay.
Out here looking like a Super Smash Brothers player out here, not getting paid after your tournament for like months, man. These guys are getting paid like 5 months later after they win something.
Oh man. Wow. That's crazy. I thought that was like a big website and everything. Interesting.
Well, yeah, it was fine up until recently. I don't like talking shit about it, and I don't think I am here, but they were acquired by CBS recently. And ever since then, you have to go through a very bureaucratic process to, get anything done. But anyway, I won't talk about that.
Okay. Well, they should pay you, so hopefully they do that.
What, you should get paid for the work that you do?
Yeah, I know, right?
Very interesting concept.
Then we got Jordan. Jordan, what's going on, man?
What's going on? How's everyone doing?
We're doing good. You did that interesting Photoshop video recently, right? The old school one, the kids one.
Kid pics, yeah. That was something I've been wanting to do for a while. I'm very happy with how that video turned out. Can't believe I paid $40. That's what it cost to get that game digitally.
Oh man.
It's great. It was a fun video, worth it. It's dope.
Who's still selling that?
That was on the Mac store, the App Store on the Mac computers. I don't know on Windows. Wow. I believe you can still buy this newest version on Windows. I think they released it in 2011 for Windows, but I don't know. It's interesting that it's still around. It's a very updated version. The one I played the most was back in like 2003 or 4's release, but it's still just like I remember it, which is cool. So it was really fun.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to talk about the leak, guys, in the chat. We're waiting for, like I said, waiting for Nate because he wanted to talk about it too. Because he was probably in deeper than everyone else over the week. Him and Liam probably. So why don't we get into what we've all been playing this week? What video games have you guys been playing? Anything good?
Yeah. One game in particular.
Which game is that? Actually, we'll talk about that in a minute, Jordan, because I know that's going to take up some time. And OJ, you played One's Justice, right?
Yeah, I played One's Justice. Put out got a package late last night during my podcast. Bandai Namco sending me it on launch day to PS4 and Switch version of the game. So it was kind of interesting just because I usually get it beforehand. But this time I got a little bit later, but that's okay. So I got a chance to get a video up today on it, and yeah, it moves well. There's an update before you play it. There's an update. It moves well. Everybody thought the game was going to be 30 frames because Bandai Namco said it was 30. They said it was 30 frames per second and with some dips. So everyone's like, oh, this is going to be like moving like 20 something frames, But it's not necessarily true. It's like it hits 60 at times on Switch, but then there's some dips from 60.
It's dynamic.
Yeah, it's dynamic. So it's kind of a little bit weird because I was expecting 30 with some dips, but it's actually it can hit up to 60 with dips on Nintendo Switch. So definitely a little bit quicker, smoother than I thought it was going to be. Still a lot of fun to play. Pull off quirks by pressing the A button and the X button, pull off standard attacks by Y. You have counters, you have grabs, you have just plus ultras. There's also, it's a standard arena type of fighter. A lot of fun. So I'm at the very beginning, just doing the story mode. But they added in a regular arcade mode as well. So there's definitely a lot of modes to do. There's training, there's normal single player, the story mode, there's exhibition matches. So there's a kind of everything you'd expect. There's online play. I still need to try out that though. Still need to get in. But yeah, overall, I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was good, and the graphics are really good. The graphics are actually really good for their first crack at a console My Hero game.
Yeah, I picked it up yesterday. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I'll be checking it out. I'll check it out when I get a chance. Red Dead kind of took over my life right now.
Yeah, I would expect everybody playing Red Dead. But if you do get My Hero, it's very faithful to the show. It feels like, okay, yeah, this would be like when you start playing, like, oh yeah, that's kind of what it would be like when you start, playing and pulling off the quirks and the specials, like, and all the stuff that they can do. It's very, very, very faithful to the show. So if you like the show, you're probably gonna like the game. You're probably gonna think the game's pretty cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like the show, so I'll be playing it maybe sometime this week. What about Liam? What you been up to, man?
I've mostly been playing Starlink. I did order Red Dead, but it didn't come, so I've just been playing that today mostly. I really like it, really surprised me how good it is. There's a surprising amount of, bells and whistles to keep it interesting. It's a bit repetitive in some aspects, there's a bit of, your typical Ubisoft.
It's that Ubisoft formula,
yeah, very copy and paste mission design. But I think there are enough things to keep it interesting. There's like those light RPG elements, you got your skill trees, and you're leveling up, and your mods that have different effects. And I'm really enjoying it. I like the light strategy elements to it. I like going down to a planet and building up an army and seeing them take over the world for you. That's very fun. So yeah, I like it. I've got the digital deluxe version, so I haven't been playing with the toys. I've just been playing it that way, purely digital, and I've really been liking it.
Are you playing on Switch?
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah, because the Star Fox. Yeah. we saw that split in the UK where it was 82% Switch. So
only way to go.
Yeah. No one really bought them on the other systems. So
I think they kind of knew that was gonna. I think everybody knew that was.
Yeah, they should have just forgot about the other versions. Just made a Star Fox game.
I think that can happen. I think that's what they're gonna. I think that's what they're going to do. Like, I think that's what they're going to do maybe for the next time or something.
I think what happened was they made a significant amount of the game, and the Star Fox stuff was put in fairly late into the game. I think once they'd had the whole IP up and running. The Star Fox thing, as I understand, came in within like around the last year or so of them working on it. Like it wasn't their last E3, and I think it happened sometime after that was when Star Fox came into it.
Yeah, I think Reggie talked to them at E3, like, hey, you guys should put some, Star Fox stuff. And that was after E3 2017. He's like, you guys should put some Star Fox stuff in there. And and before it was even approved, apparently they started working on it. It might have not even been approved because it wasn't, they have to go to Nintendo of Japan. So they just started working on it immediately. Like, what, really? And they started working on it immediately before it was even approved. And then by the time that it got approved, Reggie's like, yo, like, you guys can do it. Everybody can do it. They're like, oh, well, we've already been working on it. So.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the game would be kind of forgettable without Fox, though. Like, I think Fox really helped that game out.
Yeah. A lot of its personality comes from the Star Fox stuff, I think. I think the best dialogue in the game, all the funny comments and stuff come from the Star Fox crew. Otherwise, the characters are kind of annoying and kind of generic and forgettable. But yeah, the Star Fox stuff really lends a lot to it. Did
you do some of the wolf missions too? Like go off and do some of those?
I'm not like hugely far into it. I've been taking my time, but I did a couple of them, and that was really cool.
Yeah, I like that when they put Wolf in there and they have you actually hunt him down. That's pretty cool. That's neat.
Yeah.
But it's good you got the digital version because I got it physically and I didn't get the gravity weapon.
Right. Yeah. Oh, it's so fun being able to have all the weapons at your disposal, mixing between them, seeing the different effects and combos that you can make, like different elemental combos in the game. So if you fire two at once, you can make like a fire vortex where it pulls enemies into this basically just a tornado of fire. if you have a gravity weapon. So yeah, I think people will be missing out on quite a bit if they don't have all of the stuff.
Yeah, we just had, when you buy like the R-Wing set, the starter for like 75, it came with the ice weapon and the fire weapon. That's all you have.
Yeah, well, here in the UK, it's so expensive. The prices are so strange, and I was able to get the digital deluxe version with every weapon and every ship for cheaper than the physical version. It is in the UK because I don't know, just exchange rates.
It's like $90 or something there for the starter pack, right? Like $90 USD. I think it's something like that. Because that was one of the things that was pointed out by a lot of people, was that it was very expensive in the UK compared to other parts of the world.
Yeah, well, that's because we voted to basically destroy our own economy, so that's what we get.
Oh, okay. So wait, you can actually visit. Can you just buy from the US shop then?
Yeah, that's what I did. I bought it from the US eShop.
You get it for like $60-something there. Can you just Oh, wow, geez, yeah. That's, man, okay, region free, man. That's the way to go. All right. Yeah, hopefully Red Dead gets there though, because
I don't know.
Which I found, which was ridiculous, is the fact that we wasn't like the UK. It's like speak the same language and everything, yet they're separated into a region, which I thought was just I hated that last gen, over Nintendo. Like, it's so stupid. Like, why is there a difference between the UK and the US with stuff?
Yeah. It sucks.
Yeah.
I see you guys super chat. We're gonna go over super chats around 9:30 between topics, guys. I got you. Don't worry, we'll go over those. Yeah. So what about Evan? What have you been playing, man? We've been up to
mostly Blackout, sprinkling some Windjammers, of course, between there. Now that we have it, so
yes, Windjammers is out on the Switch. Everyone should buy that. It's awesome. Mostly because we're running out of people to play with. So
yep, already just a dying community. So hopefully people pick it up and start playing it again, because that is way too fun of a multiplayer game.
You know what game I tried out the other day and I couldn't really find many people to play was on Mario Tennis. It was very weird.
Mario Tennis community shrinking.
I don't know. I went on there and I had a hard time finding a match. And when I did, it was the same person. It was the same like two people I kept getting matched with. I was like, this is odd, because when it first came out, man, you were finding matches all over the place. It would take seriously a minute or two to find a good match that was like, red bar or anything. So I don't know if the paid online puts some people off. And
definitely.
Oh, it's gotta be.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's odd though. But yeah, that's what I'm worried about with Windjammers. It died a slow death, actually a pretty quick death, I should say, on the PS4.
You and me were talking same day. You're like, I'm not finding anyone.
Dude, I bought it on the PS4 when it first came out, and I couldn't find anyone the day it came out either. I was like, oh man, I need people to buy it. Windjammers 2, though, hopefully that'll bring some people in.
I think the problem with the Mario Tennis thing, as you were saying, is that Nintendo didn't launch the online with like a big online multiplayer game, so there's nothing really to compel people. I think there's no big game, but I think maybe when Smash Bros comes out, you'll start to see those communities start to regenerate a bit. I think.
I doubt those communities. Definitely Smash. It's going to have a huge community, but these side games, no one's going to care about them because everyone seems to be focused on very few games on the Switch library, which is why I'm really not seeing the value myself in the online, even though it is so cheap. It's like, I want to play these games with people. No one wants to play them. Why am I paying for this?
How about what about Blaze Blue? Are people still playing that, Evan?
I can look it up now. It'll probably be like 30 or 40 people on the US server.
Okay. I'll be curious about Dragon Ball FighterZ going forward too, because that game actually runs fairly well. We'll see. Yeah. So, all right, Jordan, you want to hit me with that Red Dead impression?
Yeah. So when I was hearing before the game came out, I mean, it's a Rockstar game. We knew it was going to get 10s and, and the low end 9s across the board. And the reviews were saying that nothing is going to rival this game until deep into the next generation. And I didn't believe that. I was like, there's no way. Like, they're hyping me up too much. It lives up to the hype and beyond that. This game is the most impressive thing I've ever seen. This is the biggest game out there right now. It broke the Blu-rays for current gen consoles. It has 2.
Yeah.
So we'll be seeing quad layer Blu-rays for next generation if they're still disc based, because this is ridiculously huge. The graphics are the best I've ever seen. The physics and how the game works. It's not a regular game. It's a Western simulator. Everything has cause and effect. The world feels like it's lived in. Everything you do has a reaction. Everything you touch, like you have to clean your guns, you have to eat, you have to take care of your horse. You have to do everything. Your horse will just randomly, while it's sitting there, will like just take a poop. Like there's so much little details in this world that it's beyond me, that when you're hearing all these stories of these crazy work weeks for Rockstar, plus this last time we had Red Dead was 8.5 years ago, you can see how much work is put into this game. It is one of the best, and I'm only 10 hours in, and I feel like I've gotten my money's worth already, and there's still 50 plus hours of story to go through before I even do any of the like extra side stuff and whatever the future has for multiplayer in a few weeks. But I am beyond impressed. I still haven't even formulated my own like real words and like thoughts for this, aside from I'm extremely blown away that this is a game. This doesn't feel like a game. It feels like I'm just in a real Western setting and able to control stuff around it. So it's beyond incredible. It's worth the money. If you don't like how like Grand Theft Auto plays and that's your main concern, and you don't like the last Red Dead for any reason, it does not play like a Grand Theft Auto game. The character movements are different. OJ, there is jumping in it. You can jump. So I know that was a big concern for you about jumping in the game. You can jump in this game. You hit square if you're on PlayStation. It's square.
11 out of 10. Let's go, baby. 11 out of 10.
It's so good. It is so good. But that's just my thoughts. Do you have any different thoughts? Or
can I ask a question real quick?
No.
Did any of you?
You just did. Go ahead.
What's the special edition? Do you guys have the special edition, or do you guys have the regular edition?
It comes with a few bits of DLC and like clothing and like weapons and some extra stuff like that. I haven't even really looked into I got the special edition because I was like, whatever extra, just give it to me. I'm down for that. But it comes with like an actual like wall size map that you can like put up somewhere, and comes in a nice big box.
Yeah, I just got the regular edition. GameStop actually was giving it out to people at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, so I heard.
I went there. There were like 40 people in line, but because I buy so much stuff from them, they just walked up once I came in the door and handed me the game, and I left. So I didn't have to wait in line, which is nice. So I was here like quick installing it. That thing took an hour and 20 minutes to install.
Yeah, it took a while to install.
People downloaded the game faster than I was able to install it through the disk reader. That's how slow these disk drives are.
Yeah, it did take quite a while.
You got it on the PlayStation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the PS4 Pro or the base?
Yeah, I have the Pro.
Okay, so you don't have an Xbox One X?
I do not. I only have the original release of the Xbox One.
This is a game worth buying an Xbox One X for.
I've heard the 4K looks just.
It is native 4K, and the frame rate is locked on this thing, and I can't believe it when it's playing. That said, this game so far for me is a 7.5 out of 10.
And why is that?
One, as I've talked about on Twitter, and people are like, okay, I use like the entire review scale.
Mm-hmm.
So I would lean more towards an 8, to be honest. I hate giving out numbers anyway. So but I think the game, they try to be realistic, and I think it's to a fault at times. I think they try to push it beyond it being a video game.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people describe it as a tedium simulator.
All right, so it takes me longer to loot someone than it does to cook a piece of meat. Like when you walk up to somebody, you press Y. Like for me, it's Y. For you guys, it's triangle. You seriously sit there for seconds checking someone. Whereas in other games, like I just got done, I went from Assassin's Creed to this.
Same.
Yeah, you loot somebody instantly. Or there's even a perk you can get that literally when you stealth assassinate them, you automatically loot them.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like for example, when I'm playing other games, like games where you have a horse, for example, I don't know, Breath of the Wild, and any games where you have a horse. In this one, if you're too far away and you whistle for your horse, it doesn't show up.
I literally had to spend 20 minutes walking back to camp because of that.
And it's because they want to try to make it realistic. Whereas I understand it's a video game, so make it a video game.
At some point you need freaking Roach from Witcher 3, just whistle and he comes from anywhere.
Yes, but like a lot. I think other games do that. I feel like Rockstar looked at this. They were like, we're just gonna make this realistic to a fault. And you know what? They do it across the board. So. I'm
glad I'm not the only one who feels that, because it's like, as much as I love it, I was like, as impressed as I am and how cool it is, and it's like, okay, I get it. Let me immerse myself in this. Let me take it seriously. You do get like, all right, I wish I could get from A to B faster. I wish that everything wasn't as realistic. Like the fights. I don't know if you've noticed, but actually in like when you're in combat, doesn't it feel weird like to like just you feel like you're just standing out in the open shooting rather than having to like run and get to cover or anything? It feels like it's a lot more stale, like with your character.
Well, the issue is it doesn't control very well.
Yeah, it tries to make it. It's like, no, you're actually firing a gun. Like you're just a guy holding a gun. And first person's even crazy enough too. If you've switched into that to try that at all.
Yeah, the controls, it's Rockstar. I can tell it's a Rockstar game. We'll say that. When you pick up the controller and you start moving your character, it's like, yeah, this is Rockstar. Okay.
It's very slow.
Yeah, it's slow. It's clunky. Like turning takes forever. It's.
Does it handle all that differently from the first one?
I feel it does. I feel like this. Well, I feel it is like you said, a Rockstar game, but it does feel different from a Grand Theft Auto or even the last Red Dead. Like I feel in the last Red Dead, I can move a lot quicker, move around into battles a lot quicker. You know, especially the whole gun system. Like a lot of your stuff is on your horse, and it doesn't like you don't carry it around like you have a weapon wheel to choose all your stuff. It's just on you. So yeah, it's too realistic for its own good and too many aspects.
I mean, I get what they're doing, and honestly, the scripting is good. Like when you listen to people talking, it sounds like it should, and the acting, everything looks good. Like it looks like they spent 8 years making this game. So
a lot of money.
Yeah, this is like I said, these are the best visuals I've ever seen across anything, like ever, on a 4K monitor with the Xbox One X, native 4K. This is when this goes to PC, it's going to be something else. I'm going to tell you that now. It's going to be insane. But for now, this is the best game visually on any PC, everything. This is it. So I like it for that. It looks cool. But I need to get further. I need to get further in. I'm about 10 hours. The campaign's 60. I've heard the developer stuff saying that it up to 100 if you're doing everything else. So what were you saying, Liam?
I was just saying, you guys are making me so jealous because I've got my 4K TV, I got my Xbox One X, and I'm just waiting here for the goddamn post to get my game. You know,
it's yours is you got an OLED, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna look good. That's gonna look real. I heard people were talking that the HDR kind of makes the game look a little washed out. Is what people were saying. Like some people are saying turn it off, but you have an OLED, so maybe it'll look really nice on yours.
Yeah, HDR seems weird. I've played a couple games where it's hit or miss. Sometimes it's amazing, but sometimes it's just weirdly saturated.
It's gonna look nice on that TV. How big is TV?
55 inches, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I play on the 28-inch 4K monitor mostly because of the refresh rate, but on like a big TV, it's gonna look insane. So, it's good. I mean, it's a quality game. It's an 8 out of 10. Kyle, Breath of the Wild's an 8 out of 10 to me. I see you, Kyle, there. Let's see. But I probably would never give a game a 10 out of 10, to be honest.
Yeah, that's life-changing 10 out of 10. Like,
yeah. I'm the same with like numbers. Like when I hear like people give out a 10 to something and like I'll play the game and there's like obviously something that like they ignored, or they'll mention negatives in their review. Like they'll say like, and this was kind of like interesting, but you know, the game's still a 10 out of 10. I'm like, well, you had a problem with it. So therefore it's not a perfect game. So like, that's why I can never understand a 10 out of 10. I go based off of buy it, rent it, skip it. You know, should you buy it? Should you rent it or get it at a reduced cost? Or should you just skip? I think that's a fair enough.
Yeah, ACG does a very good job reviewing games like that. That's exactly a scale.
Yeah, it's a good scale.
I think it works great. Yeah, so we get a lot of info from it. But anyone out there who's thinking about Red Dead and they're on the fence, honestly, it is worth $60. It's a good game overall. It's up there. It deserves its Metacritic score. Even though if I ever got accepted Metacritic, people would hate me. But it's like I saw what happened to some people if they like. Who was it that one place gave it a 9 out of 10 and people got really mad?
GameSpot.
they gave Red Dead Redemption 2 a 9 out of 10.
People all went psycho on them. You know, before they even played the game, people went psycho on them.
So I see people in the comments. Like I've seen this other places too. I want to get your opinions on this real quick. Someone's saying a 10 out of 10 doesn't mean perfect, but if you get a 10 out of a 10, you can't go higher than a 10 if it's completely filled up. Doesn't that mean it's perfect?
This issue is the scale is completely subjective to whoever's given the number. So some people say 10 out of 10 is a masterpiece, and it doesn't necessarily have to be perfect. But others say 10 out of 10, and then literally next to the number to describe that, it says perfect.
Right, like that's what I would assume. If if I go to school, right? If I was back in high school and I ace a test and it comes back and it says 100 out of 100, like good job. That's a perfect score. Like you're not going to get better than that. That's perfect.
I think basically you can see it kind of like, I don't know, maybe if you take the skill and let's apply it to something else, like a basketball player, like Michael Jordan. I give him a 10 out of 10. Was Michael Jordan a perfect basketball player? No, but he's still a 10 out of 10. He's still.
Well, then you're grading it on a hype curve, basically. If the game has the hype, even if it's an 8, it should be a 10.
Oh, no, I mean, you can just simply say that, hey, this game, I still think out of all the other games out there, it's really, really good. No game is perfect. You know what I'm saying? No game's ever going to be 100% perfect, but at the same time, the game is still really, 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 really good. You know, so you point out some things, but it might mean more to some people, less to others. So I mean, I don't have a problem with people giving it a 10, and there's still some things wrong with that. I don't have a problem with that if they think the game is that good. You give it a 9.8. You give it like a 9 points
at this part,
9.7. You know, like
I guess you could technically grade on a curve. I guess.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever felt more out of touch with humanity than in this conversation, listening to people grade video games as numbers. I'm sitting here like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? What, is this game a 7 or a 9? Like, how do you quantify your feeling?
It's hard. Yeah, it's tough. That's the thing. But then
quantify your feeling about a bit of art into a number. I don't understand.
It's tough. Like, that's why I don't get into numbers with any of this stuff. But like, you know how it is. People always ask you what's the number.
Yeah, I'm just kidding, by the way. I'm just kidding. Do your fucking numbers if you want. That's fine.
I think it's also because people see games as like a straight up. I mean, it's the biggest form of media now. Like that makes like the most money. So people are like, it's got to get a star rating like movies or whatever. So
I mean, isn't Grand Theft Auto 5 the single biggest thing of any entertainment over the movie industry and video games and everything for how much money it's made?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's made obscene amounts of money.
Yeah. So it's the biggest now just because of Rockstar.
Yeah. I mean, are the tactics underhanded? Yeah, probably. I mean, they do like they sell them with like shark cards, right? Like they'll sell you a copy of the game with shark cards.
Exactly. They're like, yeah, just get the numbers a little higher.
I mean, they're going for that 100 million. So if Nintendo could get 64 gig carts out there, maybe they put it on the Switch.
One day.
I don't know if that's even enough with this game, man.
Red Dead 2 would never be able to play.
I open up like the Red Dead case and be like 6 cartridges. Just like
you get like 25%. It's like okay, switch carts.
I'm telling I couldn't believe it. That was crazy. My Xbox was like, all right, put the second disc in. I was like, wow, okay.
It felt weird.
We're doing this again, are we? All right.
I didn't want to believe it until I actually opened the package and there it was, 2 discs, and I was like, well, we finally hit it.
I do like that the Xbox refers to itself. I guess it's Microsoft. It says we when it asks you to put the disc in or like we're trying to get this done for you. It's like okay. I think it'd be better if it said I'm I mean that'd be good. But yeah, it was weird because you had to then put the first disc back in. So it's like put the second disc in. It has to install. First disc goes in.
Really? So on the Xbox, the first disc is also the main disc?
Yes.
Okay, for PlayStation, one says data only, one says game, and the second you put in is game.
Okay, so Microsoft messed up a lot with this game when it comes to actually putting it on your Xbox. And I talked about this, and people were like, "Who cares? I care." It's when they put this in the case, I saw the PlayStation screenshot. People were taking pictures of it, and it has 2 plastic things for your disc, right? So you have
the flip tray,
the flip tray, right, Jordan?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. These guys, they're using the crappy double stack method.
They just stacked it on top of each other.
Oh, I hate the double stack.
They just double stacked it, man. I was like, "What? You gotta be kidding me!"
I hate the double stack.
They double stacked it on me. They double stacked.
I mean, the Blu-rays, they're not going to get scratched.
But it's not the scratch that matters. It's the data on top that matters.
I mean,
they're just rubbing up against each other.
I mean, I'm just looking. I'm like, oh, they couldn't have just put 2. Whatever.
Got cut some cost.
I guess I bought an Elite controller today, and the thing takes double A's. So what do I know? Anyway, yeah. So yeah, guys, I would pick up Red Dead it's completely worth it. Let me go through some of these super chats before I move on to the next thing. I'm trying to save that leak because I'm hoping Nate can his internet can will itself back into existence and he can get on here. So I think he was chatting with me on his phone through Twitter. Claptrap says, I'm hopeful that we get a Banjo stage and a Minecraft stage and Steve to be announced as a DLC character alongside with Sora at the Game Awards. Sora would be Sora would be the big one, obviously. But
Steve.
I mean a Minecraft stage isn't out of the question, but
But did he also say Steve too? Okay.
Yeah, how do you make? I mean, I would have said the same thing about Duck Hunt Dog. How do you make a character out of that?
I know. I'm not. I said that. I just want to know how much hours he has in Smash Wii U. That's all I want to know.
The real question is how many hours does he have in Melee, right?
Yeah, that's the real. That's the real hardcore question.
I have a question. Who's Steve
From Minecraft.
Minecraft, Steve.
Is that what the avatar is
The name
called
of the main
in
character
Minecraft?
you play. Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
You don't want Steve in Smash, dude?
Sure. Why not?
He's
William
iconic.
just realized how old he was right now when he's.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I had to be told that too, by the way. Like when they my daughter told me who Steve was, so just let you.
We Evan and I know who Steve is because when we were working at the game stores, it was all Minecraft. All Minecraft.
I guess I just thought that Minecraft was just like an avatar. It didn't have a name, But I guess it does. It's Steve.
It's a very generic character. That's why it's just called Steve.
Cool.
If you look him up, extremely generic. Like
It's just a guy in a blue shirt.
That's the problem. People are trying to figure out how they'd make a character out of him, but
His ultimate is he gets all the diamond armor and he gets like all the weapons and throws them all out at everyone or something. Who knows?
It's all right, Liam. We're all pretty old here. We were using flip phones in high school, so no worry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, the flip phone came out when I was in high school.
Well, Jordan's not old. Let's not group him into this.
I had experiences. My first cell phone was a flip phone Motorola.
You graduated in 2012, my guy.
Okay.
Oh,
And-
you had to go through. Oh, that means you had to go through high school with social media.
It's partly, yeah.
I'm
But I
glad
mean,
about
it is what it is. It's not as bad as it is today, but
Dude,
it was still interesting.
high school's terrifying. Got to be terrifying now.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! I can't even imagine. MySpace was already getting kind of bad, and that was when I was like, MySpace was already getting kind of this is not good. So I can only imagine today.
I'll stick to updating my profile in the AOL Instant Messenger. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm old enough. I had an AOL Instant Messenger. I remember.
Oh,
using
dude, that
stuff.
came out. That was big stuff back then, man. That was big stuff. You can only get on when Facebook came around. You can only get on there with a college email.
Yeah,
Yeah, you need an actual
I
college
couldn't.
email, or they wouldn't let you in there.
I couldn't be on it for a long time.
Jackson says, hey Spawn, love the channel and content in regards to reviews on the leak. Would you be happy with these characters? Yes and no. I mean, I don't know if I want Rhythm having characters. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not the biggest Smash person. I'm more about the reveal, so I hope Banjo is in there just because I think that would be a pretty big reveal. That's more or so what I'm about. So, but I will jump back into Smash this time. Last time I really played Smash heavily was with Melee. Some with Brawl. Brawl was cool because of the stage
You were
editor.
holding out for Pichu.
For what, Pichu? No,
Yeah,
I would. What were you saying?
When they caught Pichu, he was like, "No, I'm never playing this again."
I was out, man. I was out. No, I liked the Wii version was cool because of the stage editor, but the whole reason I bought it was because of the idea of online, and that just kind of ruined my view of Smash at that point. So the online was not very good in that game.
Horrible.
Oh man. Matches says Red Dead 2 equals boring shore simulator, detailed but not fun. Some of it. That's what I mean. Some of it's kind of boring, but like I said, they're trying to make it the most realistic game they can. But the story apparently is supposed to be very, very good. But I haven't played through enough of it. I'm still in chapter 2 here, and I'm like looking around at everything else. I did that mission, Jordan, where you go around taking pictures of people. And that was fun, but they put all the waypoints super far away from each other, and you realize how big that world is.
Mm-hmm.
Nate, can you hear us, man? I see Nate. He's there.
I see his face staring at me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not green and crazy looking.
We'll give him a minute. Kiro Tengetsu says if Nintendo wants to draw people to their online, make a Mario shooter. Oh, and sarcasm. Okay. I mean, they gave Mario a gun already in Mario Rabbids.
They should make Smash Brothers if they want to draw people to the online. That's what they should make.
Yeah, Smash is really going to help. That's really going to help the online.
Yeah, but it's gonna help the online for Smash.
Yeah, but Metroid Prime 4 better have online.
Oh,
Yeah, it should.
yes. now I'm interested.
Yeah, right. There we go.
Now that's what I would buy the online for. Honestly, over Smash for me, it'd be for Metroid.
Yeah, same. Especially if it's like a fully fleshed out like online shooter and everything. That'd be
Full
awesome.
hunter mode, going after each other. Yes, please, right now. Let's get it.
Jeff Cross says, how much do you guys think Red Dead Redemption 2's success is based on its graphics? And because of that, would it be relevant in 10 to 20 years? Yes,
10%.
because Microsoft. Well, here's the thing: it will be because it's going to be a PS5 and an Xbox 2 game, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. They're going to do that, right? I mean, it's going to get 60 frames at 4K then, and
it'll look even better.
Yeah, yes, it will. Yeah, I mean, GTA 5 is still relevant today, right?
Yeah, very relevant.
So
GTA 4 is hot trash, though, and everybody gave that a 10.
Oh my
That game
God.
is literally hot trash.
Leave it alone.
I'm sorry, man, but that game is horrible. And I said that game was horrible back then, and it was like, it's a 10 out of 10. I'm not saying that it's the same with this game. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, GTA 4 is not relevant at all. And that's about the 10-year, what is that? About 10 years since that game came out, right?
2008, yeah.
Yeah. So, and that game is literally hot trash. So, I mean, I don't think this game's going to be the same, but I can see I think I can see the setup of what he was trying to go with that,
Well, at this point, the good news is Red Dead is out now. So, now we can start getting ready for Bully.
Yeah. I wish they didn't just put Midnight Club basically all in Grand Theft Auto, because I would still like a Midnight Club game.
I really want a Midnight Club game, but they figured out they don't need to make games as much anymore because they're microtransactions.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
not wrong.
This is the way it is. Nate, is Nate back? We can't hear you, Nate, if you're talking. So if you're like screaming into the microphone, I don't know what to tell you.
When there's no more room in hell, Nate will come to the SpawnCast.
Nate's back. That storm pass?
No, it's still here. It just somehow my internet is working.
Okay. All right. Very good.
So,
Very good.
I may disappear, but
did you get Red Dead?
no.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's good. It's good. I'd look into it. It's good.
There's jumping.
Well, that's off to a good start. At least it has jumping.
It has jumping.
But that also means if it has jumping, it's not as well of a designed game as Resident Evil 4.
Oh, man.
Okay, yeah. Actually, before we talk about the leak, Red Dead or Resident Evil coming to Switch. Anyone buying it again? I mean, I'm buying 4 at least again.
Yeah, I'll get a review code or I'll buy it. It's almost like something like you do. That's like something you do is you buy Resident Evil 4 again. That's like it's become a thing.
Capcom doesn't hate me anymore, so yeah, they'll probably send me a review code.
Which ones did they say were coming out? What were the 3?
Resident 4, 0.
4, 0, and regular.
Dang.
Why did Capcom hate you?
Oh, I make fun of Capcom a lot. I call them sheep. I call them sheep a lot.
That's understandable.
Every chance I get, but they're actually pretty nice. So, they hooked it up with Mega Man 11. So, I think I'm back in with them. Cool. Or they just know I'm a big Mega Man fan, so they decided to throw me that one that one bone. But the person I talked to now is very nice, so maybe I can get Resident Evil 4. Oh, I hope they add like motion controls into that. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be stupid if they didn't. I mean, take what they did with the Wii. I thought the Wii version was great for Resident Evil 4.
Give me some gyro aiming.
Yeah,
or even like Resident Evil Revelations.
Yeah.
Revelations 2 has. They even have that really bad mechanic where you cover up the IR pointer to reload, and it works like 1 out of every 4 times. But I mean, it works.
just because I had the thought in my head on motion controls. I was thinking the other day, I was like, we have motion controls in the Joy-Cons that are like HD and like perfect and can do anything, right? Isn't now the best time to release a brand new Super Monkey Ball game?
That's like asking Sega to be good.
But like, doesn't that sound like a no-brainer?
Yeah, but the team who actually made the good Monkey Balls doesn't like exist anymore. So
we got to bring them back.
I'd rather they just take like Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2, HD them, give us all those awesome mini games like Monkey Golf, Monkey Ball.
Oh, those mini games were
Dude,
awesome.
I played Monkey Golf on the DS version so much.
I played on the GameCube a lot.
But I mean, I'd take ports of them as long as they had the motion controls perfect with the Joy-Cons. I'm about that. I think it's too stupid of an opportunity not to let go by. But that's just me.
That'd be cool if they did. I mean, if they, I don't know, they don't make the best decisions nowadays, so who knows?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh man, I mean, we saw what happened with that Shenmue. Did you guys see that Shenmue remake that Digital Foundry covered?
Yeah, like the good HD version.
That hurt me to see. Yeah, so we do have that. All right, guys, we want to talk about the Smash leak.
Yeah.
Smash leak. Want to get into this?
Yeah.
The Smash leak. The Smash leak.
The banner leak. Grinch.
The banner leak.
The Grinch leak.
By the way,
the Grinch leak.
By the way, guys, that is not. People keep telling me that's not. It's not a wristband. Okay, I know. I've seen those before. The thing. It's that goes around a gondola. It goes around like an end cap. That's what that is. It's not. People think it's a bracelet. That's not what it is.
Yeah, it's not. It's not a wristband. It's not a gondola thing because it's not even real.
But you yeah, but it's what they use. The marketing companies use that's what that is. People are like, oh, it's a wristband. Now it goes around like an end. That's what the idea of that tool is. Not necessarily
supposed to be.
It even shows like a diagram of like where it's going on a display, like in that the image leaks.
Yeah, why didn't people examine that? People examine all kinds of stuff. They found the guy
because they're looking at the size of the banner image and look, it's the size of a store receipt. That means it's small. No one's wrist is a foot long, or it's it was never gonna. People
those go those go near the displays when you're playing the game. That's what they're for. You can actually probably some GameStops and Best Buys probably have similar things. They won't look exactly the same because they have to get from that same company, but that's what they're for. So we had that banner. Man, this thing went everywhere. Is it just because it has some validity with the backstory to it? Is that why?
No, it had characters people want to see in Smash Brothers, so they clung to it because they're like, "Oh my god, this is my wish list."
It's Smash. There's always going to be crazy.
But we've had leaks before, and people were like, "Oh, maybe I don't know." But this one, man, it got violent out there.
The Rhythm Heaven characters were on people's wish lists. I still don't get that.
No, they weren't, but they were on. They were rumored to be in Smash Wii U and 3DS before they were
someone pop into a forum and troll, and then it kind of took off.
Oh my god!
Sakurai likes Rhythm Heaven, so I mean, they were
maybe a little too much. I mean, it's a good game, but I would have never looked at those characters these are perfect to fight all these other characters with.
I never thought Rob. When I first saw Rob, I was like, that stupid robot that I used one time when I was a kid. I was like, okay, I guess.
I mean, who would have expected Game & Watch? It's what?
Game & Watch. I didn't even know what a Game & Watch was because I didn't have them when I was a kid. So I was I remember me and my brother what's a Game & Watch? And then the internet kind of came around that time, so then we could look it up more about what it was in the forums and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, it's one of those things.
Dude, we had to figure out who the Fire Emblem characters were when they first put them up.
Yeah,
we had no idea who they were. What?
Cool. I just called them anime dudes. I was I just called them anime dudes. All
right. So who wants to say if this leak is true or not? Who wants to just say it?
Do I have to be the guy and pretend to say it? Hey, these are true.
Nah, the leak isn't correct. It's the leak's not real. Not necessarily the characters. Not all the characters are necessarily fake, right? But the leak itself, the backstory,
that's where this thing is tricky because it's people are going to take it as, oh, you said it wasn't real, but this character was on the banner and they're in the game. Yeah, but that doesn't mean the rest is real. Even if it's, let's just say 75% accurate, not saying that it is, people will say, oh, well, you said it was fake. You were wrong. No, it's still fake.
Right. That's what you're saying. There's a lot of characters people want on there, but let's say, like you're saying, let's say some of the characters are there, but some of them are not. That should make the leak fake, right?
If Forest Kids does not appear in the game, then the leak is fake. That's all it takes. One doesn't appear, it's fake. But,
yeah. Okay. Let's say Chorus Kids. What's another one that would be unlikely other than Banjo? Because Banjo is I think Banjo is 50-50. I don't think I don't know if Banjo's in there or not. I don't know. Because that's seems like it'd be tough licensing to get that done. Feel like it would be. What's a character on there that makes you look at it and go, it's fake? Outside of Chorus Kids, is there anyone on there that automatically makes you go, I don't think so?
All the characters that are on there just seem like something that can be there. I guess like Chorus Kids is the one, but like Mach Rider, that seems like it's like one of those silly old school references that nobody would have thought would be in there, but would be like a Duck Hunt or like a like a Rob or like a Game & Watch. Like Isaac should have been there since like Brawl. You know what I'm saying? Like Isaac should have been in there forever.
Oh, I hope Isaac's there. Absolutely.
Yeah, like that should. I mean, Shadow. Yeah, an Echo for Sonic. Why not? I mean, that seems Sega and Nintendo have a good relationship. What else was there? There was what other characters?
Ken, the original.
Ken. Okay, yeah. It seems like Ken can be in there. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Like we're using their Echo for Ken. Who's the other one? Gino. So Gino has been rumored, right?
Oh gosh, I think that's the one, man. I think that's the one that's really making people want to believe this thing is real, because the internet wants Gino. I don't know if everyday people walk into the store are like, oh, cool, Gino. Yeah, no, they're like, oh, cool, Mario. You know,
there's been a lot of rumors whether Gino was going to be in like the last one. There's been like apparently he was supposed to be in Brawl, but licensing and stuff like that. So I mean, I have no idea. To be honest, I'm just ready for the game. Like I'm just honestly ready for the game. I don't know if this is real or not, but I'm just ready for the game.
I hope this game gets delayed for like 6 months, just because just delay it like 6 months, just so we can have this leak going forever and people can zoom into pixels and like, oh man,
bro, that would ruin my life. No.
Okay, so the big reason, if you look online now, it got really bad online for a couple places, right? Nate, you saw it firsthand, right?
Yeah, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing for every person who was attacking outlets, YouTubers, Twitter users, forum goers. It was terrible.
There's if you look online, there are a lot of people who don't believe the leak, and then there are a lot of people who do. But look at all the people who don't believe the leak. Look at a lot of the people who don't believe the leak have talked to some people in the background or just have knowledge that isn't out there. There seems to be a commonality there with the people who don't. So I was going to put that out there.
And what's weird is now we have seen like this conspiracy movement on Twitter where they're saying GameXplain denied the rumors because Nintendo told them to shut up. No, it happened in the industry.
I've been accused of that exact same thing as well. People saying, well, maybe they're just paying you to say that so you can shut this whole thing down.
Wait, we can get paid for that?
Like, I invite Nintendo reps to send me a check, put money into my PayPal account, give me $1,000, and I'll deny the leak. I'm doing it for free. I would take money.
See, doing it for free was your first mistake.
Why would Nintendo give people money to deny? That is the dumbest. That is the dumbest thing I've ever.
People are like desperate to cling that this banner is real, and they're like, it's a conspiracy. Nintendo's paying for them to deny it. No, what are you talking about?
Yeah, they're not in the business of paying YouTubers. They'd rather take money away from them.
Seriously.
Oh god, yeah. Go ahead, OJ. Go ahead.
Well, and on top of that, it's like people talk about like Smash Brothers and stuff. Like Nintendo doesn't even want to like get involved enough with like the professional Smash players. You know, like they don't want any tournaments like where they give them they boost the prize pot. You know, like Capcom does Capcom World or Grand Tour or whatever, and like Blaze Blue, like all these different developers that are into fighting games, they'll sit there and make it to where it's more competitive, to where people can earn money. Nintendo's like the only one's like, no, we're good. We'll like bring some demos to your, like, we might host a tournament every now and then, but it's like they won't even do that, and that's actually really good advertising for a lot of these guys that are legends like a Mewtwo King or a Nairo or Zero. But like, and then people are trying to sit here and say that they'll give people money to deny a leak. Like that's ridiculous. They don't even want to pay it when it's actually like feasible or plausible to where it'd be a good idea. You're like, I can say they're going to pay money for denying a leak. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, now I've been yelled at by Nintendo a lot, so. They don't pay me anything. No, Nintendo people are nice, but they get mad if you don't. They get mad if you don't put hashtag free game in your tweets.
Oh so. Yes, you gotta make sure you do that. Yes.
Go ahead, Liam.
People aren't paying attention to. If they were being paid to deny the rumor, there'd be a hashtag saying hashtag.
Hide the leak, cover up. Go ahead, Liam. What were you saying?
I was just gonna ask. I'm just curious. What do you guys think? Why specifically do you think this is fake? Are there any reasons in particular jump out at you? I'm just curious to see what you think.
Oh, they're missing Incineroar.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just-
there are characters I know are in the game that aren't on the banner.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be real. Yeah, they're missing characters.
Yeah.
And
I
like
So-
that's what caused the problem, is that people were saying, I know this is fake because there are things that are missing, and then people are like, well, why don't you tell me what it is? No, I don't have to tell you anything.
uh-huh.
And they felt entitled, like, no, you have to tell me because you're saying it's fake. Give evidence. No.
So if Incineroar was on that leaked image, that this whole thing, would it have been believable as it could have been true?
I think it would have lent more into the believable spectrum, but it's still, there would have been cases where people would have had additional information to dismiss it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, guys, you see, like, even Game Explain, like Andre even tweeted out, do you guys think that they would launch a new Smash game without new Pokemon representation? So everyone, I mean, even still on the forum, everyone's talking about Incineroar. So yeah, if Incineroar was there, I think people would have been like, oh, okay. Well, this is
I just think, like, how likely is it that these 7 or 8 characters were never mentioned by any credible source until now? That Nintendo's kept this secret of all these specific 7 or 8 characters have been kept a secret, but all those other ones, you know, Isabelle, Ken, Simon Belmont, Ridley, all those leaked out. But these 7, the final ones that they had yet to reveal, those are the ones that kept, you know, secret this whole time. I just think that's very unlikely because Nintendo, so much of their stuff leaks all the time.
you guys do realize that that banner is exactly the same as a 4chan leak from the end of September, right?
Yeah, for some reason people aren't like putting those together. Like, oh, that, like, it had the exact same characters.
Yeah, it's
and they're just like, oh, it's unrelated. Like, yeah, it just happened to be the exact characters on that leak or that rumor. It's not because it's not a leak; it's a rumor. It was nothing.
I also think there's also like that. Like, I think you guys talked about it too. Like, people want it to be true, but then I think there's also like the aspect of like maybe some of it is, maybe it isn't. You know, there's some stuff that's in here that's right and it isn't. So that's what people are also kind of leaning towards as well. Remember when like the Palutena link leaked, where like somebody made like a fake render, then like but Palutena actually ended up being in the game. You know, maybe some people are thinking that that's going to happen as well. Because like everyone's like, oh, no, Palutena's not in the game. It's fake. But no, she actually is in the game. It's just that was just the person who did that just did a really good render of Palutena. You know?
Wait. There was an ARMS. There was a screenshot with an ARMS character.
Somebody made a video where it had Springman fighting, I forgot who, and they made a video of it and they released it. Yeah, that was it. And people are like, oh, this has to be real. That took so much effort. And the guy's like, no, I like did it in a day.
Yeah,
but for some reason, this banner that's blurry is like, this was so much work. It has to be legit. It's printed on paper. Whoa.
Listen, in the gaming industry, we have to learn to trust blurry banners. Okay, we have to learn to trust them. They're always right.
See, this is what I have as a question to the community who's convinced this is real. When it is confirmed fake, are you all going to come out and apologize to the people who have been saying it's fake? Or are you just going to run back into your holes?
No, they're going to say, I knew it was fake all along.
Like right now in the chat, people saying, oh, it's real. You guys don't know what you talk about. Your reasoning for it being fake, it isn't good. Give me a reason why it's real. When it's confirmed fake, come back to the chat and say sorry. But you won't because you're cowards. Come back.
He's getting real over here.
Go up on Twitter and say, hey, you guys were right. I'm sorry.
I think you're rubbing. I think you might be hanging out with me too much.
Oh man.
I mean, no. I mean, is it wrong? They want to sit here and say, "Oh, you guys can't give good reasons." Oh, you're just saying, "I know it's fake. You just have to trust me." Give me a reason why it's real. You don't have one. Come back when it's confirmed fake. Apologize, and we can move on. Otherwise, shut up. You're sitting in a chat room thinking you're tough. Shut up.
Yeah.
I'm scared right now, actually.
Like, I will print off this banner. I will send it to your house. You can hang it up. You can say, I got owned by this.
But Nate, your picture looks so happy and welcoming.
Switch it to the fight
It
game.
is really funny to see you yelling, and then like your picture comes up, and you're just like grinning a little bit to the left,
Slightly to the left.
I mean, people are saying, "Oh, I'm rude. Needs to chill." You know what? You people attack insiders and Twitter and YouTuber personalities every day when they share information with you, and then they don't give you what you want and you attack them? No, you can go to hell.
I think it was after. I think it was that reset era thread that I think that weathered you a bit, Nate.
No, it did. There were people there who were being just rude, and then it went onto Twitter where you're attacking people, and it was too much.
Yeah.
Like, you're not entitled to any information. Don't think that you are.
Yeah.
But no, these people. Oh, why don't you tell me? No, I don't.
How many pages did that thread get up to before it had to get locked?
Like 70 probably.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Man,
that's a recurring problem on there.
It looked bad there. It did for a bit there. People got a bit crazy.
Yeah, I was like on Twitter just stating my opinion, just saying, oh, hey, one of my friends has been doing some research and it's starting to seem like it might be fake. And then I came on about an hour later and my timeline was just on fire. It was ridiculous. And I just, why do people get so mad about this stuff? It's so inconsequential. We're gonna have the game in just over a month. You know, nobody's gonna be talking about this in a year's time. It's bullshit.
I can't remember. I think I just put a tweet out that said it. I just said it's fake. And that was it. I don't know. I'll have to double check. I go back to my tweets. I tweeted a lot that day. Where is it? Yeah, I hope it is Banjo. Do we have any chance at Banjo, by the way? Does Banjo have any chance of getting in this game?
35%.
That's not enough percent.
I think there is a chance for DLC, but I don't think there's a chance in the base roster simply because the base roster was apparently decided in like 2015. And I don't think Microsoft and Nintendo have been that close up until more recently, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think there is a chance in the future, though, because they're all buddy up now. They're in bed with each other. So I think now we have a better chance than ever.
I think that's like the same thing with my reasoning. I talked about this on the Player Essence podcast, but my thing is I think that Nintendo and Microsoft, since they're a lot more chummy and wanting to do stuff back and forth, and of course on Microsoft's end, they're like, yeah, we'd like to see Banjo go over there. And I think what a trade-off is going to be when a new Banjo game does get announced, that it will be exclusive to Xbox for a period of time, and then they'll have a version of it come out on the Switch because they know they could sell more, because Xbox is not even worried about exclusives really too much anymore.
You think they put Banjo on the Switch?
I think they're going to have a time exclusivity, and then they'll put Banjo on the Switch a few months later, and then once that takes off, right after that, announce Banjo is going to be in a DLC for Smash. I think that's how close their partnership is, which leads into the N64 Classic, letting them use a lot more of the rare games on there as well, like the original Banjo-Kazooie and GoldenEye and stuff like that. So that's where I'm seeing. That's what I'm just seeing, a pattern of them getting really close, and there's a lot of talk. So
I want to live in this world. It sounds good.
I think Banjo would have a better chance on the Switch to sell. Yeah,
I think that's why Microsoft would be like, yeah, why not?
Well, I talked about this earlier. Like, if Banjo did come out, like let's just hypothetically speaking, I think if Banjo is in Smash Brothers, there would definitely be some type of more Banjo on a Nintendo somehow, some shape or way, right?
Yeah, some representation.
Yeah,
I will tell you, I feel like the hesitance would come from Nintendo, actually.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Like I think Microsoft's all about it. I just think it's Nintendo kind of being like, all right, but like they just have to. They're the final say. I think Microsoft's already ready to do whatever.
Hey, apparently, Phil Spencer wants Banjo in Smash. So.
Yeah, he said it himself. So I think if that's the deal, like, hey, we'll put you, get him in Smash. We'll let you have Banjo on the console if you're down for it. He'll return back to the console he started on, the same, company. So I think it would be I think it's a smart move, and if we could if you can have like a game like Crash Bandicoot, that was originally only on PlayStation, and now be playable on like anything, which is incredible. I think the opportunity for Banjo to be played on the Switch is more likely. I think it'd be a cool thing to show that these companies are really not as distant as people like to make them be. Except for PlayStation, they like to distance themselves.
Well, maybe you'll be able to play it through Game Pass at some point on the Switch.
Possibly. Yeah, that'd be a cool, interesting integration.
We do have the Minecraft Nintendo 2DS, so that's technically a first party character, on a Nintendo branded, system. So that's pretty big, that's definitely pretty big. For Nintendo. And if you go back, like just the history for those in the chat, like Nintendo and Microsoft have worked together closely before. Halo was almost on the DS. They have Blue Dragon that was on the DS. They also have Viva Pinata that was on the DS as well. So those are all Microsoft IPs on Nintendo platforms. So
yeah, I think it could happen one day, but I think the biggest obstacle to it right now is just the factor of Nintendo's pride. And the fact that it's run by old conservative white men who will see this as bending the knee to one of their competitors, I think. And so they might veto it because that's the way Nintendo is. They're very stubborn. And I think a part of, asking them for Banjo and Smash is a bit like them admitting that they've run out of characters and they're then going to their competitors and asking. Obviously, that's ridiculous. But I think that is a factor in why we haven't seen him in so far.
And why I can agree with that, and I definitely see and understand that. My only thinking this way is that in this case, Nintendo holds all the power, and definitely Banjo wouldn't be a launch character. So like they'd have a full roster and maybe some DLC before this character even happens. I just think it's more likely that it could happen in the future since Nintendo makes the ultimate say. Because Microsoft's like, yeah, if you want to work together, we're down. They're not saying you have to listen to our rules. They would have to listen to Nintendo's rules. So I'd be like, okay, if we take your character and put him in our game, and then if we eventually, let's say, put a Banjo, the next Banjo game on the Switch, then we want this big of a cut. We want a different partnership deal in the future to make us more money together. Like they're totally going to control how the situation goes. They're the juggernaut right now. So they're not going to be, I don't think, bending the knee to anyone. I think they would still control the situation. And they could say no. At the end of the day, they're the ones who are going to say, no, we're not going to make this happen. So
Oh yeah, but it's all about how they will see it. What you've said is very true, but they're very stubborn and very proud, and I don't know. Might be an issue.
It'll be interesting to see what happens, because at this point, who really knows? These are all just hearsay and talks.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool. Banjo might end up being DLC then, if they're not going to make it in time, because I'm sure there'll be plenty of DLC for this game.
Yeah.
Smash.
Is this the biggest fighting game ever? Most characters?
Yes. Well, outside of like Mugen or something like that.
Yeah, in terms of like produced AAA as opposed to fan made and constantly updated, I believe so.
I mean, this is how many? They're up to like 70. What are they? 71 or 72 right now?
High 60s or 70s.
Jesus, dude, this is crazy.
Yeah,
this is unlike anything, man.
I'm worrying about.
Where do you go from here?
No, this becomes a games as a service ported to every system going forward, and they keep adding to it.
I think that's the only option at this point. Like, you just like, all right, everyone's here. You can't just make the next one for the next generation.
I mean, Sakurai's he's not to retire eventually. So.
Oh, he's done after this. He's like, all right, someone just put this on every console from here on out.
Well, we've seen this before, right? With other fighting games, for example, like Street Fighter. Like Street Fighter 4 had all these characters, and then they went all the way back, and look at how people reacted to that. I mean, there's other things about
the same thing.
Huh?
Tekken did the same thing. They took out main characters and put them as DLC.
It's absolute trash, especially when you look at Street Fighter 4. Like everything they did with Street Fighter 4, and you see how awesome that roster was, and they went to Street Fighter 5, and you're like, oh man, like what happened? I don't want them to hit the reset button on Smash unless there's such major changes to the gameplay to where it's way better. I don't want them to hit that reset button on Smash next time. So
yeah,
you're going backwards essentially, then, right?
Like, Street Fighter 5 is 16 steps. No, that's exaggeration, but it's about a good 3 to 4 steps backwards. And
4 was good. I remember I actually played Street Fighter again when 4 came out. So
supposedly, to be clear though about the characters, apparently a game called Tobal 2 on PlayStation had 200 playable characters. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 had 160.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was a little weird though.
Naruto Shippuden Revolution on PlayStation 3 had 118. So.
Okay, so we're not there yet.
But I do want to say
after DLC, maybe.
I want to say that DBZ game, some of those characters were
probably very similar.
They were like outfit swaps, basically.
Also, I think like Jump Superstars that has like hundreds of characters as well to those games. So.
Can I just say something? I said something really dumb before, and I don't know why I said this, but I said that Nintendo's run by conservative white men. I don't know why I said that. I meant Japanese men. It's 3 a.m. here, so cut me some fucking slack. I'm really tired.
I
Chat's
did
brutal,
notice.
man. You gotta let it happen.
I did notice that you said that, but I just for some reason formulated it to concern the Japanese dudes.
Yeah, you got what I meant. The Nintendo run by white men. Sorry, guys.
Apparently, white man's the new character in Smash. They're saying in the chat.
Definitely DLC.
Definitely. Oh, absolutely. Wave 2 DLC, not the first DLC.
Oh man. So, well, I mean, I guess we need like a some kind of presentation or something to tell us about Smash characters, then, right? Like we need like
what do you insinuate?
What are they? It's called? It's called like a
It's a transition we're doing.
something. Yeah. Some
Nintendo like were they directly
Handoff or something like that.
I don't know.
it's a video stream and they talk for like 7 minutes sometimes.
Yeah, we need one of those soon. And there's some that are they're rumored to be in November. What do you guys?
We're close to November.
Yeah, we are. What do you guys think about that? Could they possibly have one of these weird presentations that Nintendo's never done before out of nowhere?
I mean, it'd be weird, but it's possible. I mean, this could be like a final one before Smash comes out. This could be the big one. So,
Nintendo's done something like that before with the Wii U. It was called like the 50 new things.
Yeah,
50 new things about
Is
Smash.
this a Nindy spotlight? That's what we're about to get. Another one.
So much Smash. Why are there all Smash Brothers?
We need a Smash Direct to find out about that co-op subspace emissary mode that Marcus was telling us about. Where's that?
Yeah, part 2.
Oh man,
That could still happen though, right? There could be subspace co-op, right? There's the whole spirits. There's a lot of people talk about the spirit.
They're gonna tell us what's up with that. The spirits.
Battle Royale.
Oh man,
100 is a battle royale.
You know what's
100
funny
people,
if they do a battle royale, it'll release before Battlefield's release. Oh man, that game is in trouble. Yeah, so we need a Nintendo Direct, or at least a Smash Direct. Maybe not necessarily a full Nintendo Direct, like a Smash only Direct for, we assume, maybe a single player, whatever that blurred out thing was. But there's a lot of speculation right now because we also have the conference coming up for the investors. We're going to tell us about all the different numbers and everything. What do we think, Nate? You think there's a Direct coming up at some point soon?
Yeah, why not?
You heard it here first.
Why
He's
not?
just so fucking done.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna start making that thread right now. Hold on.
I mean, it's been raining here all day. I've been drinking, so I'm reading this dumb stuff. And,
you need a PO box so these people can send you like drinks and stuff in the mail. Apparently,
yeah. I mean, you know what? The Direct will come, the banner will be dismissed, and everyone could say, "I'm happy again, yay!" And then those who said, "No, but the banner was real," they can shut up, and we can all move on and look forward to the launch of the game. And then I can go online and I can beat the hell out of OJ.
You got jokes.
What you think we gotta wait? You think we gotta wait for a while for that, like end of November, like last week in November,
Mid-November.
I bet it's sooner than that.
Oh, okay.
I think a good time would be, you know what? It'll be soon. That's enough.
Nate really wants to tell you guys.
I'm looking forward to this supposed Nintendo Direct on Smash Brothers because I think that despite them already showing off so much stuff, Smash Brothers is such a huge game. There's even more to be shown off. That's the crazy thing. There's even more. Like they haven't talked about the online. And there was like a new thing like, oh, apparently Smash holds up to 32 players online, so that would be like a tournament mode, right? So they haven't revealed that, so that'd be coming back. And then there's also like the spirits thing that we talked about, but then also if you notice like the blade on the right, it looks like they've redone the online, and it kind of how like it looks like you can send messages to people and maybe get invites and stuff. Because for those who don't know, I mean, obviously Smash Brawl had online, that was horrible. Smash Wii U had online, that was integrated with Miiverse, that was horrible as well. For modern standards, really horrible. So I'm also looking forward to seeing what they talk about there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm also going to need at least 30 minutes to explain the intricacies of Steve's moveset. So,
yes. When is the Switch bundle coming out?
Next Friday, or
So
this
that's
upcoming Friday. This upcoming Friday.
Yeah, November 2nd.
That's the Direct.
You might be close with
Oh,
that.
I think it would happen shortly after that, since the console's out there.
It can't be on a Friday.
Well, it'll
Which
be on
would leave
Monday.
like November 1st, which would be the day after their earnings report, when it would be the Thursday of November, which would make it a November Direct.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
So
that be
are you
something?
So Nate is saying Nate has confirmed.
I am not confirmed. I'm just putting
Get the
dates
threads
together,
ready,
saying
Nate
if the bundle comes on the
November
2nd,
1st. Shut up, Nate. Nate
and it
confirms
can't be on a-
November 1st direct. Confirmed by Nate.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
Fizzle, let's put that in stone.
if they don't come on Fridays and the
Gamer.com.
Thursday's the 1st and it comes in November and they want it out before the bundle, I mean, that's the only day it could happen.
Guys, I heard it here first on ChristianGaming.com.
Oh, God. Not them again.
That's where we get the information from. You can go there. You can see all the threads. It's true. We got all the facts, documents. We saw a leaked banner that said the Direct's coming November 1st at 3 p.m. Eastern.
How does he do it? That Christian.
He's good.
By
No
the
one
power
knows.
of must be his father,
I don't like the most recent super chat that came up. I'm not a fan of that super chat.
The Buck Bumble one.
Yeah, these
Fortunately for you, I don't have to read. I'm gonna read them at 10:30. So you got about 14 minutes to come up with a witty retort to it.
got some time to compose myself and think clearly here.
Yeah. So look forward to early November, guys, for a direct of some kind. There you go.
or mid-November or late November, maybe even early December.
Maybe there isn't one. Who knows?
Tomorrow? No, nobody really knows.
It could be on Thanksgiving, a gift for all.
Oh man.
Yeah. It'd be a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so we do have the investors briefing on the 31st. That could be, I don't know if that's Japan Standard Time or if that's here. So it might be on the 30th for them, or actually it might be on the 31st for them, maybe 30th for us, or 1st for them. 31st for us. It's right, it's somewhere in there. It's like those 2 days. So what do we think about, I guess, what are they going to report for numbers with that? I can read off the numbers that we had as of the last fiscal quarter, where this one would include September and back, right? So September, August, and then July. Let me grab the dedicated video game sales units, where the Switch at that time, at the end of June, was 19.67 million. 3DS was 72, but I know most people are thinking about the Switch. So it's at 19.67, and remember, they were looking for another 20 million this fiscal year.
I mean, best case scenario is they report about 22.5 million.
22 and
Like
a half.
updated from
Okay.
19 to 22.5.
Right. That would be okay. Yeah, that's a little under 3 million then. So you're thinking like 2.8 is what they've sold in those 3 months.
Yeah. We're going to get the big sales in November.
No, but yeah, Pokemon, and then obviously the month after that.
And all the
Smash.
Christmas early purchasing for it, all the bundles that are coming out. I think it's going to skyrocket in sales.
That's
They're
pretty
gonna-
much how it always works, though. Like most of the systems
Yeah.
are sold in the last 3-4 months.
But now there's like legit reasons. Like kids aren't just like, yeah, I kind of want a Switch, and the parents are like, okay, but they're like, you need to get me a Switch because there's Pokemon and there's Smash. If you don't give me a Switch, I'm gonna cry. So
I need to
that's the
play
reasons.
in Smash Bros.
Listen, you know
man.
how much I love Minecraft, and they probably put Minecraft in Smash Bros, and that's like, I need it. Next, they're gonna put Fortnite in Smash Bros, and then I'm done. I don't need anything else.
Oh man.
Can you imagine Fortnite in Smash because it's so big now?
No, I can't imagine that.
Default character.
Cannot
That would be
imagine
great.
that.
So are we all thinking it's going to be like they're going to report something like another 3 million, like $1 million a month?
I'm thinking it's like 20, 21, or something like that. Something in
Okay,
that range. 20, 21, 22, something like that.
So they're looking to sell probably a majority of everything like in that third quarter. Then that goes to the
Well,
holidays.
I mean, Nintendo typically sells like 50 to 60% of the year in November, December.
Right. They could. I mean, they could also have actually a pretty good, I guess, fourth quarter from January to March. If they have some releases like a Fire Emblem in there to anchor that quarter.
Well, yeah, even New Super Mario Brothers U.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna move units.
People make
Well-
fun of that. That's actually gonna sell pretty well.
But I also think that like Smash Brothers is also going to carry it too into next year as well. Like Smash, Pokemon, and New Super Mario Bros. U those 3 games are all releasing back to back, and that's also going to kind of carry it past that.
That'll carry it to Fire Emblem and then possibly Animal Crossing.
Maybe
Animal Crossing. I'd like to see Animal Crossing in the summer. I'd like to see it as like
I'd rather see it in the
release.
summer. I feel like it's going to be a May. I don't know. I'm feeling a May
Okay.
on that.
That feels like a summertime game for me. I don't know.
I'm gonna go.
that's about summer though, right? Like May
is close, but
yeah.
What were we saying? You're saying August, Liam?
Yeah, just I don't know. That's not inside information. It's just an arbitrary guess. Before
everything you say is
link me
inside
for that.
information.
Get
Of
the
course,
threads ready.
yes.
I mean, Animal Crossing. I don't think Animal Crossing is going to be in the holiday. I think that's going to be over the summer.
Get the new super chat. He's back.
He is risen.
He's come back.
Christian Gaming Network, man. That's great. Oh, one other question for you guys. Do you think that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe will finally catch Mario Odyssey with this reporting? Right now, it's 10.35 million, whereas Mario Odyssey is 11.17 million.
Wow.
Would a port become the best-selling game on the system?
I mean, isn't Mario Kart 8 one of the top 10 selling games in North America's 2018 NPD?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, which is really funny. Yeah,
Mario Kart has been outselling Odyssey for a while, especially in Japan. The sales have been much more in Japan, so I think it has a chance. Yeah, definitely has a chance to outsell it.
It's interesting
at this point, which it kind of makes sense. I mean, it's Mario Kart. Mario Kart sold a lot more than, like, if you're talking like the Wii U and you're talking about like the Wii. Mario Kart has always outsold 3D Mario games. So
yeah,
I think Mario Kart will not pass it the next earnings we get right here, but possibly the one after the holidays.
Going through Christmas, yeah. Mario Kart that game just sells.
I can't believe it's like it's still doing this well, and it's been out on the Switch for a year and a half. Like, that's crazy.
That's gonna be fun though. So go ahead, OJ.
No, go ahead.
I was about to move us on. So if you had something,
go move us on. There's nothing else.
I mean, it's be interesting, and you'll hear a lot of talk about it because they're also gonna have questions that they have to answer, and I think investors are gonna be asking quite a few questions. Specifically, what's up with that N64 Classic? So,
where's Mario Kart for mobile? Where's that?
Yes, that is another good question actually, because mobile games make money, and investors like money, so they're gonna. I think that might get its own direct though. I mean, Dragalia Lost got its own direct.
So when is Smash gonna get its phone port?
Oh man,
I don't think it's out of the realm of them thinking.
I mean, I think they're looking at everything. Remember, we heard that Zelda game was rumored a while ago for mobile. So maybe that's where the top-down Zeldas go, is to mobile.
I mean, you can do a mobile Zelda game. I don't think it'd be a problem to do a mobile Zelda. I mean, we've seen Phantom Hourglass, right? Like they can do a mobile Zelda game, and then Dragalia Lost. I mean, but Smash is a bit tougher. But then again, I mean, you could probably there's fighting games on mobile, so you can do it.
You know what they should do? They should just take those mini games that they had in like the DS Super Mario things. Where you gotta like, do you remember like on the DS? And I think it was like New Super Mario Bros. And Mario 64 DS. They had a bunch of cool mini games. Those you could just port to a phone and they would work just as well. Some of those are fantastic. Just port them; they're fucking great.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So you guys will see that this week. A lot of talk, like probably midweek, you'll see a lot of talk about Nintendo financials and investors asking a lot of questions going into the holidays. So keep an eye out for that. Let me ask you guys about XOs coming up. Liam, I know you play a lot of Xbox as well, right, Liam?
Yeah, I do.
I know you're an Xbox guy. XO's coming up. What's your take on XO, real quick, before I ask about something that will actually be there?
What, me?
Yeah. Are you excited for XO? I'm excited for XO. I don't know if you're excited for XO.
Yeah, I think we're going to start to see some of these rumored, Xbox exclusives, the big first-party stuff come out of the woodwork. I think maybe we'll see. Fable seems likely. I don't know the scale of this event. Honestly, I haven't really kept up. But if it is,
I don't think they'd bring it back unless they had a reason to bring it back. It actually has some history, so it's a big event for them.
Okay, well, yeah, I think we could see something of that scale.
I'll give you an example. This is where they unveiled Halo 2.
Right, okay.
This is where they announced purchasing Rare.
So is this where, like, what was that guy? What's his name? He used to be like president at Xbox. He always lift up his arm and go like and showed the tattoo. Is that the same event?
That's the guy from Sega that messed that whole thing up. Yeah. That's that guy. Yeah, he
I think it's Peter Moore.
Yeah.
And he's in like Europe now, right? Coach, like one of the clubs, like manager of like one of the big like European soccer clubs.
Yeah, he did. I don't know which one, but that's right. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did that. I believe he did 2 of those events actually. I think he did one of those arm things at one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they also announced Fable 2 at one of these events. They did announce a Fable game actually. So there you go. They could do that too.
We'll get Perfect Dark or Banjo or something. I don't know.
I'd like to see Banjo. I think Banjo has actually a pretty good chance showing up there.
I think what they're going to do with Banjo is what they've done with like Crash and Spyro, that kind of thing. If you get what I mean.
Remake
like like a light remake, stroke remaster, whatever you'd call that.
I'd be okay with that.
I mean, next week we're getting our next official remake with the announcement of the medieval show off
Halloween
on Halloween, which that just confirmed it's not just a remaster; it's a full-on remake, like everything else.
Yeah, excited for that. That'd be cool.
Some news on it.
Maybe we'll see Battletoads there too. At XO.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's people always say that to me when I mention Battletoads. They're like, oh yeah, Battletoads. Yeah, they did a bad job showing that off at E3. People forgot about that already. Would they call it Banjo 3?
Banjo 3E.
3E?
Yeah.
Or like you're saying, Liam, you thinking they might just do a collection like the Crash Insane Trilogy or something like that?
Yeah, because I think there is, an entire audience of Xbox fans who've never probably played Banjo other than the re-releases on like Rare Replay and stuff. So I think it is an opportunity to introduce a new age, a new audience to that whole series.
I mean, I just want to let everyone know now. If you go to Game Pass, you can just download them. So go do that.
Okay.
Everyone go do that now. If you have not played Banjo-Kazooie or Tooie. Actually, just play Kazooie. Tooie's not bad, but Kazooie's better.
Yeah.
Although you got turned into a dinosaur in Tooie. Anyway, XO is going to be good, but the thing that I was pointing out, Crackdown 3 is actually supposed to be playable there. It's part of their fan fest. I was a little surprised, to be honest, that it's going to be playable.
I don't even believe that.
What's interesting, though, is some rumors, people have been talking about it as well, coming out since then, that the full-scale destruction is still in it.
I think I'm the last person alive who still cares about that game,
Really? Okay, wow.
That's what it feels like. I love Crackdown. The first one is fantastic.
I
Second one's, but, I'm still holding out that they could deliver on it, because I think the first one showed it had a lot of promise as a series, and they just never kind of exploited that. And, I'm willing to give it one last shot. I think it's going to be a massive flop, though. Nobody's going to buy it. It's going to come out in around when Kingdom Hearts comes out and all those games, and nobody's going to fucking give it a shot apart from the Game Pass people. But I'll be there.
I think they can still play around with the date. I think they could probably move it to mid-February. I think originally we heard it was going to come out around the same time as Anthem, but then they kind of backtrack on that a little bit. Because originally they were talking about February 22nd. I think they could get it out February 15th, and I think that'd be okay in there, because that'd be 2 weeks after Kingdom Hearts, right? 3 weeks actually.
Yeah, it's strange that Crackdown 3 has been a part of my life for such a long time now. I've been talking about it for 5.
We were talking about this game back in 2013, and then we finally saw it in 2014, and here we are now talking about it in 2018. We still haven't really even seen it actually been played.
Yeah,
it's like Kingdom Hearts, but Xbox.
The amount of money that has to have been spent on this game, it has to be a ridiculous amount. They had three or four studios working on it. Sumo Digital, by the way, maybe someone could tell me differently if you've heard from them. I feel like they had to delay Sonic to get Crackdown done.
Did they?
I don't think that's the case.
You don't think that's the case? It just felt weird.
I think Sonic was just bad. I played that game and it had a ton of performance problems. It didn't handle very well. And so, yeah, I think they were right to push it back. If they're going to polish it up, if they're actually serious about making that good, I think that was just a problem with Sonic itself.
Sonic Racing, yeah. Okay. I just feel like Suma Digital is just like buried right now.
Maybe I don't really know.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we're gonna see what Crackdown looks like in about 2 weeks. So hopefully it's good. That's gonna be if that game is shown off and it's terrible. That's not gonna go over well. They got Game Pass and they don't even report sales numbers anymore. So they'll just say 1 million people are playing right now.
Someone's playing it.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. So I guess in that sense, it won't the community won't die off very quickly. But like, man, that's gonna be bad. I hope it looks great. I hope it shows up and it just looks awesome. Let me go through some of these super chats. Then Evan, you have some Discord questions for us?
Yep, I'm still trying to edit this super long one down, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see. We have here we go. Deathwish Cassidy says Goku in Smash Bros. I assume they're never putting Goku in there, but
oh come on, let's do it.
I've seen weirder, but
all right. So I want to see Goku get in a Smash just for the reaction. That's all. I just want to see people react to it when it shows up, because that would be like probably Ridley times like 20. Or Mega Man. Mega Man was a good reveal. People got really excited for Mega Man.
Apu leaves The Simpsons and joins the Brawl.
I mean, they got to put him somewhere.
Dougie says you think Stage Creator will be back in the new Smash. Do you guys think they have to drop that in there in Smash Ultimate?
I mean, if it's the ultimate version of Smash, I'd see why not.
I mean, it's in the title.
That thing's useless.
But what if it was like good? What if it was like Mario Maker good?
They released their own standalone Smash game, just the Smash stage builder.
Oh man.
Oh god, now that idea's out there, they're probably like, you know what, we could. It's own DLC. Oh,
I mean, it has to be the ultimate one though, right?
It's the ultimate one. It has to have everything.
Yeah, they put it in the title, not me.
Yeah. That's their expectations they have to live up to now.
Claptrap says, I only play Brawl. Hashtag Brawl for life. Hashtag Diddy Kong. Is Brawl like the one that no one likes? Is that right?
Yes.
What was wrong with it again? Why did people not like it?
Tripping from Melee. Well, let's go down the list. Tripping.
There's a list. Okay.
There is a queue. The problem, tripping. That's one of the main problems, but also the game speed. Melee, super fast. A lot of technique. Brawl, stripped out technique, put in tripping. Another problem, ridiculously unbalanced. I mean, Melee, unbalanced as well, but Brawl Meta Knight was way too good in Brawl. Like, just insanely good. Like, broken beyond almost belief. Like, all the top players were Meta Knights. That's another problem with the game. The online was super, super trash. I mean, there's a list of things. I mean, Diddy Kong had, like, you can pull 2 banana peels at one time. And that was another problem, too, with Diddy Kong. Stupid people. Too many, they switched it to where you can only have 1 banana peel at a time. And Brawl, you could have 2 banana peels. Banana peel is a problem. So there's also that as well. It's not a lot of viable characters with Brawl. Just like a lot of stuff.
Let me ask you a question. Did everyone know it was bad when it just came out, or was it when Wii U's version came out that everyone looked back and said, "Wow"? I think
it was instantly, the Melee community was like, "What the hell is this?" Like,
I wonder if that helped. I wonder if that helped the Melee community, because everyone just went back to that instead.
It did. It did. Yeah. It almost killed the Smash competitive community outright. But then people kind of went back. I mean, it kind of got like a groundswell of support. It kind of went back to it. And then on top of that, then they started developing Project M. So then that became a thing. And some Melee players like Armada and guys kind of they played Melee, but then Armada was also Project M, and other guys started playing that. So it kind of propelled the Melee community and also got Project M going too. So
I feel like Brawl wasn't that badly received. I mean, it got great reviews, and I feel like outside of the bubble of the competitive players, I think a lot of people liked it. But I think after a while, the kind of negativity from the competitive scene sort of seeped into the kind of the normies, and it's sort of rounded out as it's sort of reviled now somehow. But I think at the time, a lot of people did like it. It's one of those.
I like Brawl. I just want to point that out there. I actually like. I put a ton of hours into Brawl. I actually like Brawl, so just want to put that out there.
I do too. Yeah,
it's a good 5 out of 10 game.
Oh, here he goes with the numbers again.
Arlo gave me some advice and just said, keep changing that last number. So like, if I keep doing reviews of games, I just like it's a 52 out of like 64, like stuff like that. Just keep changing the last number.
Just want to make sure somebody in the chat here said that Brawl has no combos. Brawl has combos. You don't know how to play. If you don't do combos.
Ouch.
Let me.
It's a very feisty episode.
I'm just trying to be real here. Like, if you play Meta Knight, you can do all sorts of crazy combos with Meta Knight in the game. Diddy and other characters have all sorts of crazy combos. The problem was that it wasn't like Melee, so some people didn't know how to play the game. So they say, "Oh, well, there's no combos in the game," or "I can't combo." No, you can definitely combo. Like, all you got to do is go to a video on YouTube and watch Nairo use Meta Knight. Watch Mewtwo King, or watch these guys that know how to play the game correctly use these characters, and you'll see that there are plenty of combos.
Oh, so there was tripping.
Heavy Palms says Loch Ness Monster. I think that's in terms of the leak. I think
Smash reveal.
The Smash leak. I think
Nessie's back.
Like people, I think the idea is people see the idea with Loch Ness Monster is people see what they want to believe, and then it's not. It's like a floating log. I think is the idea. I think that's what they're trying to say. Wolverdale says the Smash community has made itself look like such a joke recently, in my opinion, with how toxic they've been.
They're not wrong.
Yeah, I don't like slamming fan bases, but there's something wrong there. You know, it seems to be the Smash fans brings out a lot of angry people. I don't know why that is.
Yeah, I got a comparison to world hunger, you know. So in one of my Smash videos, when I talked about Sakurai, I had just, you know, somebody was like, "Oh, well, world hunger is going on." I was like, "Why are you comparing a video game to something that serious, bro? Calm down." You know, when it comes to like chill,
Well,
bro.
yeah,
You know?
I mean, and that's the problem is that it just became this thing of people saying, "No, this leak isn't real," and it became, "You're being paid off. You're an idiot. Give us your sources. You don't know what you're talking about. Of course, it's real." And it became such this toxic attack on people over a character roster.
Do you think they're just trolling though to get a reaction? Like they're just like, "Nope, it's real."
No, because some of them were way too persistent. Like they kept hounding, saying, "Tell me who your source is. Prove it's fake."
Yeah.
And they continued it time after time after time. I mean, they emailed people saying, "You don't know what you're talking about." DM'd them on Twitter, cursing at them.
Wait, people emailed? No one emailed me.
Well, that's because, you know.
Man.
You want a flooded inbox?
Let me look at my email. My email's in my Twitter hand. No one ever uses it. My God.
I got people trying to add me on Facebook. I got people trying to add me on fucking Facebook, send me message requests. Like, I hardly ever go on there. Like, what the hell is up with people doing that?
Yeah, I get that all the time for Spyro stuff. It's like they find my Facebook, which I don't even use. I'll get message requests on there, Instagram. I've had emails, like, I don't even really publicly put out my main email, so it's weird. So yeah, it's people will find a way to try to let you know their opinion.
I'm still hoping that I get a letter one day. You know, maybe it's just like a really nicely written letter. I fucking hate you. The leak is real. In nice cursed writing. You know.
I mean, remember when Jason reported the delay of Shadow of the Colossus and people sent him death threats? No Man's Sky. He's like, this game's going to be delayed. People sent him death threats, accusing him of delaying the game for reporting a delay. I mean, certain fan bases, why can't someone just say this game is delayed, this leak isn't real, and you can disagree. You don't have to send death threats. You don't have to be a jackass about it. Disagree if you want, but don't hound people and attack them on Twitter and forums and send emails. Just wait a few weeks, a month, whatever, when the game comes out and say, "Wow, that was fake." Amazingly, people whose professional jobs are to report this information were right.
Yeah, give it like 6 days or 18, something like that. A couple days, so many days. Let me move on from that. Well, okay. Well, I think this was about one of your videos, OJ. Wolverale saying they. Oh, okay. I disagree with OJ. I think you can feel sympathy for Sakurai while also giving him positive support by loving his game. I think that might be the one about.
I didn't say you couldn't feel. I didn't say that you couldn't feel sympathy for Sakurai. That's the thing. That's the problem. People can't. A lot of people when they can't understand comprehension when they watch a video. I said I personally do not feel I'm not going to sit here and focus on leaks when it happens all the time. I don't feel bad for them because there's going to be stuff that's going to come out. There's going to be stuff that isn't. It's the modern day. I'm just worried about making sure people talk about the game. We get the information and we kind of go past it. If you want to feel sorry for them, that's great. If you want to feel sympathy for them, that's fantastic.
Oh, are you talking about leak? Possibly ruining a surprise. Okay.
Yeah, because I talked about, like, I'm not, like, people said, oh my gosh, don't you feel bad? I'm like, no, I'm just going to talk about the game that I talk about the game. I can't do anything to solve leaks. Leaks are always going to happen. It happened with Brawl. It happened with, Smash 4. It happened. And that's, what can you do? You can't, there's nothing you can do to solve that. So why am I going to sit here and mope and feel bad and feel bad and feel bad? I'm just going to sit there and wait for the game to come out and talk about the cool stuff. But I never said that you guys couldn't. I never said anybody else could. I said me, and people say, oh, nobody can feel sympathy. No, didn't say that. Oh,
I mean, the leak's not real anyway, but like, so the bigger ones haven't even leaked out anyway. So like Master Chief didn't leak out yet. So
yeah, real good secrets.
A dangerous thing with a fake leak like this banner is that it raises people's expectations, and then the real roster comes out and people blame Nintendo and Sakurai that, oh, Chorus Kids isn't in the game or Banjo's not in the game, and they demand it and they get aggressive about it.
Well, here's one from Dougie that kind of goes into that. Remember when trolls attacked Sakurai's Twitter just because Waluigi was revealed to be just an assist trophy? The Smash community is way too toxic in their opinions, what they say.
And I felt bad for him because that actually deserves real sympathy because somebody's being attacked personally over something. And I made a video talking about how I feel bad that Sakurai has to go through that because that's a real thing. It's not, oh, well, there's a league. Oh, I'm going to feel mope about that. That can't be controlled. So yeah, I felt bad about that. Definitely.
Okay. Let me see. Here we go. Let's see. Bushin Rio Cat says, evening Spawn Wave crew. Will Smash ever see Mickey Mouse, Keyblade or Magician as guest character? And Red Dead Nightmare 2 with a question mark. Have a good one. That'd be fun if they did that.
That would really hurt the realism.
I know.
But I would totally be down for a part 2. Like just the standalone DLC would be great. That'd be amazing.
I'd be down for like Mickey, or what was it?
Mickey Mouse with Keyblade or Magician, the Magician one,
or even like what Mickey from what's the
Epic
Wii game?
Mickey. Epic Mickey.
Yeah, like Epic Mickey. That one with the paintbrush. I'd be completely down for that.
That'd be legit.
Yeah, man, yeah. Epic Mickey's a flawed but pretty good game. Then they ruined it with the second one.
Yeah, I agree.
Wishbone asks, why not Conker for Smash? He has Uzis in a frying pan.
Because he has Uzis. The frying pan's okay.
Well, because I don't think Nintendo would be as, like receptive.
That's a wholesome game, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Nintendo would be as receptive. Then Banjo-Kazooie. I think Banjo-Kazooie is even more. Banjo-Kazooie is more popular than Conker.
Yeah.
So that would just be the better pick. Would be Banjo than.
Although you can get Conker on your Xbox One X now for $10. Yeah, live and reloaded. I think they censored that a little bit though, from what I remember.
Yeah, they did,
I heard.
Oh yeah, Bayonetta has guns. That's true.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe Conker's coming in. Confirmed. Heard it here first. Get the typing ready. Christian, where's Christian Gaming Network? Get the typing. Put it up.
Rico Romero says, "What did you think about the company's tweet and pretty much doing damage control and stating that employees not having worked there for a while now?"
Oh, I think he's referring to, how this Smash Bros. Leak supposedly came from some artist. Mm-hmm. And people were saying, oh, he works with this company that works with Namco Bandai. That company put out a statement saying he doesn't work there. And I think that's what he's referring to. They had to like do damage control because they were getting hounded. People were like asking them, what's up with the Smash leak? And they were like, we don't know. So I think that's...
Oh, you're talking about the company.
Yeah.
Okay. They had to explain that this wasn't us.
Yeah.
I still don't understand how the company who worked with Namco somehow got roped into it because people were trying to claim that Bandai Namco were going to handle the marketing of Smash Brothers. I mean, like it's a Nintendo game, so why would a third party be handling the marketing of a Nintendo published game?
I think it's because they know they're part of the development, but that's not how that works. So, like all of our marketing materials at GameStop and even like the stores we work at, they always came from Nintendo. Like always. So, I don't know why. I don't really know how. I guess because they just worked on it. I guess that's why they made that connection. But Bandai wouldn't handle the marketing.
Hey,
Can I issue a statement to the chat since this keeps going on and on?
Okay. Go for it.
If what I said, if you didn't harass people about the Smash League on Twitter or forums, then what I said does not involve you. I'm not being aggressive at you. I'm being aggressive to the people who attacked friends of mine, colleagues, sent them emails threatening death and things of that nature. If you're not involved in that, then what I have said does not involve you. If you were part of that, then yes, I have an issue with you. So I apologize to you if you took it as being aggressive, but for days, I had to watch people I know get attacked by a community of gamers over a fake leak, and that's ridiculous.
That was between the forums and Twitter, I assume is what you're referring to mostly.
Yes.
Mostly the social media and then that one forum. That seems to get threads made all the time about stuff you say, Nate. So
I like that thread.
there's probably a thread there. There's probably, is that what he looks? That's what he looks like.
That thread's awesome.
Yeah, that was a good post. Like, oh my God, that's what he looks like? Are you serious? Like, one guy was like, he's like, I don't want to see it because I have an image in my head and I want to keep that image. I was like, what?
That's when you need to go outside. That's when, if you're going that far, that's when you need to just stop what you're doing and go outside just for a minute.
I mean, some people don't want to hear my voice because they think I sound like Nathan Drake, and I obviously do not.
No.
Waifuzo Gaming says, I'm hoping to see Rex, Sephiroth, Ken, and Shadow the Hedgehog in Smash. Noctis might show up because Square wants him to be an iconic character. Well, there's rumors about another Square character apparently being in there, so there you go. That's been going around for a while. It's possible. Noctis would be cool. I wouldn't mind Noctis.
In Smash?
Yeah. You don't want Noctis in Smash now?
There's much better characters. There's much better Final Fantasy characters.
There's always much better characters than what goes in.
Well, Noctis already went to Tekken, right?
I feel Sephiroth would be there before.
There's Sephiroth would be cool.
There's lightning. You know what I'm saying? There's Squall. There's so many.
Why is it gotta be a Final Fantasy character though?
yeah.
Oh, I thought we were just talking about Final Fantasy characters.
Why can't it be like a Dragon Quest character or something?
Dragon Quest isn't as popular here in the West.
True. That's a good point. Dragon Quest 11's good. Everyone go buy it. Yeah, you're right. It's a solid 6 out of 10 game. Everyone go buy it.
Yeah, Gino.
Hey, 6 out of 10 solid, man. That's solid.
Solid.
6 out of 17. Go buy it.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I'm surprised. I mean, Xenoblade representation, right? There'd be something, right?
I would hope so. I would really hope so. Whether it's Elma or it's something, we need something else. We need Rhyme Time. We need something from Xenoblade. We need some more Xeno representation.
Will McConnell says Buck Bumble has a better chance to get in Smash than Gino.
I've got
what do you got for us? Nothing.
I've got nothing to say.
You had a half an hour.
I've got nothing to say to him. I don't want to keep this going on here. So
You're the Buck Bumble guy, though.
I apparently
Buck Bumble has a better chance to get in than Waluigi. I think they typed that out wrong.
I mean, that's true. That's actually a fact. It says there if you go to the website.
Christian Gaming Network says you guys have summoned me. The banner is real. Well, there you go. I guess.
Thank you, Christian.
There's not much I can say after that, you know. Victor says Sumo Digital is also working on Dead Island 2. I forgot about that. You're right.
That game is still around.
God, I don't ever want to think about the Dead Island games ever again.
Yeah, Sumo Digital is developing and Deep Silver is publishing. That's right. And that yeah, Deep Silver is publishing it. I forgot about that.
More like Deep Bronze. Whatever that means.
Deep a little bit under what silver.
Yeah. There's a reason they ain't deep gold, because they don't make gold.
Not deep platinum, deep gold, deep silver.
They're just making the basic amount. They're like, I don't even have a good analogy anymore. They're just.
I mean, really, it's not Deep Silver. It's THQ Nordic, because THQ Nordic is slowly eating up everything. THQ Nordic, man, watch them. Robert says, I predict Niku for Smash. Mechanics fit with a thumbs up.
Did you say Miku?
Neku.
Hatsune Miku's confirmed?
Neku for Smash.
Neku. I predict Neku for Smash. Mechanics fit.
Mechanics? Oh, Neku would be great. I wouldn't be down. I'd be down for Neku.
I guess that would be I guess a pretty cool reveal. But I think that'd be a character that would come in and people would be like, they should have been Sora. I mean, I guess it's always gonna be like that, right?
Yeah.
No matter who they bring in, it should have been Goku. Well, all right.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna get Incineroar, Ken, and then they're gonna just blindside us with another really crazy square character or something like that. You know, big surprise to end the hype cycle on. You know,
That'd be cool.
I just can't see them ending this whole lead up with, oh, it's Ken and Incineroar. That seems not big enough.
Yeah, they need something big. Yeah, you're right. Incineroar and Ken might be maybe that's how they open a Smash Direct with.
I know a lot of people keep saying they want Sora in there, but like at the same time, I feel if like Kingdom Hearts isn't coming to the Switch, right? Kingdom Hearts 3?
No,
maybe.
Not at launch, at least.
Yeah, so then maybe a DLC, because I was gonna say Sora's definitely not getting into the game unless there's a Kingdom Hearts on the Switch.
But even then, Disney would have to approve it.
Yeah.
I mean, Disney is kind of that type of company where they control how their characters are depicted.
Yeah, they're even reconsolidating all the Marvel stuff off of Netflix at this point. So like they're
there's a lot of stuff going on. It's a big company.
Do you remember when people were petitioning to get Kingdom Hearts 3 on the Wii U? Fun times.
I still want it on the Wii U.
Me too. I made a video.
What system is that? Wait, hold on. Let me type this. I gotta go check it. I gotta go check this out. So
no one bought it. It's okay. I mean, I bought it, but I'm no one.
And then Kira says he should send the spawn raid to Review Tech USA. That's fine. We can do that. Say what is the truth? Says Nate. Bet me on the leak. Loser buys winner game.
It really wouldn't be a fair leak.
That wouldn't be fair.
You telling me a stock is going to do well when I know it's going bankrupt tomorrow?
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, I don't want your $60.
Hey, you can give me some money.
I'll take it, my boy. Let's do it.
If you really want to like throw away $60, you can just donate it to this channel right now.
I'll tell you guys now. If anyone bet anyone on here, you would lose.
Come to the Spawn Wave after the direct airs and do a super chat of $60.
Oh man.
No, don't do a super chat of $60. Do whatever.
Yeah, do it through our Streamlabs.
Do Streamlabs through $60.
Yeah.
I'll gladly take it because I wasn't planning on buying the game, but now I will.
I want like a 50% cut. What happened?
You guys, you got to buy Evan the game. Otherwise, Evan will buy you the game. Now,
if they're so confident, bet them that they have to buy everyone here a copy of it.
Oh man!
And
if not, we all have to pitch in to buy him one.
And a copy of Untitled Goose Game next year.
Yeah, Untitled Goose Game.
Someone already bought us all Untitled Goose Game.
Oh yeah, they gave you like $180 that time.
We all get Untitled Goose Game. Hold on to your excitement.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
Actually, that game looks like it'd be interesting to play, so I'm interested. Man, this is from the Rad One. Spawn Wave confirmed for Smash. Final Smash is criticizing your controller. Wait till I'm making a video for the Xbox One Elite controller, so that'll go over well.
Are you gonna start it off with sitting there and then just hit it with a hammer and move it aside, then pull it back out?
No, it's not done by AT Games, so it'll at least live.
It'll laugh so hard. I was not ready for that. You just straight faced. I was like, that was my favorite video you've ever made. The way that started off, man.
It'll live at least long enough for me to check it out.
People in the chat asking for my Twitter handle, or if I have an email, you'll get my Twitter handle information at the end of this broadcast.
Ooh, you gotta wait.
Wait for your Twitter handle. Is that
like the Twitter, my email, and all this other stuff?
Just people in 2018 still don't know how to just Google and click around and find things.
No, because they might want to bet Nate about the leak, man.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Bring the money.
Evan, what's the Discord questions, man? We can finish up here soon.
So we have a kind of long one. It's sort of questioning whether or not Nintendo will troll us. The idea is that they would show, I guess at this direct, Waluigi working at the Animal Crossing mayor's office, and then the mailman comes in, hands him a letter, and it's not for Smash, it's actually for his own game. Then he leaves, and then the postman comes back, has a letter, and it's actually for the Smash thing as well, I guess for something DLC. Do you think they would troll us with their history of trolling like that?
I mean, I could see them trolling in some way, but not like that.
Yeah, that's just so elaborate. We're getting so many long questions.
I don't think
on
they
this
try to
Discord.
pull the same gimmick.
I mean,
Like,
guys, somebody
too
just
similar.
like went through a lot of work to make that.
I know.
They set it up at and everything and took pictures. It was or a video. It was very convenient. The whole thing. It was actually more elaborate than it really probably needed to be honest. The leak that's out there now. What's the other Discord question, Evan?
With the evident rise of digital sales, how long do you think GameStop will be able to pull deals like it did with Red Dead Redemption 2?
GameStop pays a lot of money for those deals, so as long as they got money, so 7 years. I'll give them till 2025.
I mean, there's 75% a merchandise store for just random trinkets now.
It's going to get worse after next gen because I think next gen is going to be the last one that has physical media.
I agree with that. I think we're gonna get one more with actual discs, and then it's done.
Yeah, I think
It's
after
just another
that it's gonna be all digital.
Just go to follow the Switch, do cartridges.
They could, but they make more money on the digital stuff. So
Well, yeah, I just like my physical.
I think if they could and they convince everyone to keep buying, they wouldn't put disk drives in the next system. So I mean, disk drives and systems aren't cheap. That actually takes up a semi decent amount of cost.
I think
That's what they tried to avoid it for the Xbox One.
They just put the slowest disc Blu-ray drive they could in there.
That's what they found for their budget. That was it.
Was it you and I, OJ, who were talking about this? That a potential for like the PlayStation 5, like we get rid of the disc drives in general, and they do put it on something like a USB cartridge is what you get when you buy games, and you put it in, so the game doesn't really have to take long to install. It's all right there on like a good backup. Your save on the actual stick and not the console, or some stuff like that. Was it you and I who talked about?
We might have talked about that, but to be honest, dude, I had a full pizza last night and food coma, so everything's kind of hazy beyond.
This was weeks ago.
Everything's kind of hazy, like for the last 3 days, because that food coma hit me pretty hard. And I'll be honest, I'm having a little bit of trouble remembering like what I did in the past 2 to 3 days.
Jesus, what good are you to me?
I barely remember what I said in my podcast when I was talking today in my live stream.
It's gonna be. It'll be interesting to see if we get physical media for the PS6 and the Xbox. I don't know what they're gonna call that thing. Whatever it is, I don't know if we'll have them.
Yeah. I am still at this moment getting fucking bombarded on Twitter by these Smash idiots. Fuck off, seriously. Like, just let me live. I don't care that I don't. Why does my opinion matter so much to these people? It's ridiculous.
Because you're Liam. They gotta know.
You're a doctor of cupcakes.
Of course.
Yeah. You're inside. You're an insider, right, man? Like you're inside right now.
You're the one developing the game, and your opinion will change what is actually happening to it. So,
or are they just not happy that you're saying it's not real?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not declaratively saying that it's not real and that you can't believe. You can believe whatever you want, as far as I'm concerned. I lean more on the side that it is fake, but who cares, I'm not harassing anyone. I'm not telling you what you should believe. I'm just putting my opinion out there, and, who gives a fuck?
Man, some of these Red Dead Redemption 2 screenshots look amazing that people take on Twitter. You should go look at them, Liam, so you can, be mad that you're not playing it.
Play the game as a slideshow for yourself.
Yeah.
Nah, Shinobi posts pictures all the time. I'll check him out occasionally because he does them direct from his system. And that game looks insane still.
I actually made a bet with the Smash community on Twitter where if the leak is true, I have to lick the ultimate game card on the SpawnCast. And a guy from Game Explain has to sit in a puddle if it's true. And I think that kind of shows how confident we are that it's not real.
Bro, I used to lick game cartridges like all the time, man. That was like a thing for
I don't need to know what you do in your personal life.
No, I mean as in like on stream, like every single 10 back when it was YouTube sponsors, back when it was that, like YouTube members now. Like I used every single 10 lick that cartridge.
You don't gotta tell us your kinks. That's fine.
Hey man, shilling for memberships.
Let me Plady News says Tetramino? That's a Tetris piece, right?
You didn't hear that the L piece is in Smash?
And the Hanafuda deck. Those are two third-party reps for Smash.
That would be a first party Hanafuna deck.
Oh yeah, they said third party.
That'd be the original Nintendo character.
Oh man, would they do that? That'd be funny. And then Mega Nerd X says Captain N. That's from the Game Master. Captain N, the Game Master. Wow, that's from the 80s. Okay, be the ultimate person to add.
Guys, the Wizard on VHS will be a playable character at this point.
Nice.
Everything will be. It's the ultimate game. It's all going to be there. OJ's in the game.
Just do it.
Oh, I remember this. I remember this show, Captain N. I think it went for like 2 seasons. It was a solid 6 out of 10.
This is a solid 8 out of 17.
That shows a 2 out of 10.
That's what. No, IMDb, man. IMDb says 6 out of 10, man.
No, it's official.
It's official, man.
I absolutely hated Captain N when I was a kid. Man. I remember watching some. I hated that, and I hated the Legend of Zelda show. Those were trash,
man,
especially compared to the Mario Bros. show.
Oh man,
especially compared to the Mario, because the Mario Bros. show was good. Like the Mario 3 show, that was awesome. And
man, there's some good cartoons back then. There was
Captain.
There's a King. I remember there's a King Arthur cartoon I used to watch back in the day too. I can't remember what it was called.
Hey, you know what's good? You know what's good? The F-Zero anime. That's pretty good.
Is it?
Should check that out. Yeah, it's got all the like the characters from it.
I remember like the ultimate Falcon Punch scene from that show. Like he hits the Black Knight into like the sun.
Into the sun, yeah.
Is it Daredevil season 3 good?
No, but
all right then. We're good.
So it's at least a 4 out of 95.
Daredevil season 3 is good. I'll give it.
I haven't started it yet. I'm trying to catch up on so many shows at the moment.
Who's watching Castlevania?
I already binged it.
I
need to start that next. That's next.
I've watched 2 episodes. I need to watch the rest.
I'm busy with Red Dead, but maybe I'll have it playing while I'm playing.
Dude, it's too hard to do that because everything in the game, there's so much dialogue in Red Dead, even just between writing of like important story stuff. It's like I can't just watch stuff. I keep going back. Like I had to pause and listen.
Let me all right, so those all the Discord questions, Evan? We're good?
Yeah, it covers it all.
We're good. All right, cool. That's gonna do it here for us tonight. Let me go around. Liam, thanks for joining us. It's almost 4 a.m. where you are right now.
Well, the clocks have gone back by 1 hour because of daylight saving, so you're okay. It's only 3 now. But
I think that's next. Is that next week for us?
Next week for us, yeah.
Okay. You just got me really excited for a minute because I thought it was like 10 o'clock.
Right? Like I just got an hour?
Yeah, dude. That's a full hour of Red Dead time. Actually, I didn't mention this when we were doing what we're playing. I'm also playing Diablo on the Switch right now. I can't talk about it yet, but I meant to say that earlier. So yeah, I'll have a video on Monday for it, and you guys can see how it plays and all that good stuff. But yeah, Liam, where can they find you, man?
At Doctor _ Cupcakes on Twitter, but just Google Liam Robertson if you want to find me. You'll probably find my stuff there. And I do videos about gaming history, console games, that kind of thing. So if that's your bag, you'll probably enjoy my content. I find out about what happened to various console games that went missing, and yeah, go check that out.
You gotta go get into platinum, man.
Well, yeah, I did a video about platinum.
Did you? Like they just had so many interesting projects that never showed up.
Scalebound.
Yeah, interesting. That's a history I would like to heard. That'd be interesting. Maybe someday we'll find out. What about Nate? you wanted to tell him your Twitter handle, so.
People can find me at DirectFeedGames on Twitter. You can find a link to my YouTube channel from my Twitter profile, where I do direct feed footage of Switch, PS4, Xbox One games, and I do comparisons for Switch games, PS4, and Xbox One. And I do not do discussion videos on my YouTube channel, so you will not hear my take on any topics. If you want to hear my opinion on matters, you can find those on Twitter, though, and on the SpawnCast on Saturday.
Yeah, go check out Nate. He has a channel that's getting. You get handheld footage though, so
yeah, I do undocked direct feed footage.
I don't think Review Tech. I don't think Rich is streaming anymore, so we might need a different stream to go to for a raid. What about OJ? Where can they find you, man?
Find me right here on YouTube, just at Player Essence, on Twitter as well. Just Player Essence, you'll be able to find it. I do Japanese gaming news. I do Nintendo news. do all that type of stuff, anime news, just like anime video game news. Really working on my Hero review for a YouTube premiere, so that should be fun. That's going to be interesting, chronicling my weight loss with everything. So that's going to be fun. And we're also giving away a Switch as well. I do live streams too a lot. We do a lot of live streams, community events. So if you're into that type of stuff, a lot of Q&A, pretty much I stream Monday through Sunday. There's always a live stream on at some point. So yeah, check out the channel. And like I said, we are giving away a Switch. So that'll be our second one of the year. It's on November 9th. November 9th, we're giving away a Switch, and I have a Gleam giveaway that I'll link to for you guys. So check out the channel if you're into daily content, news, and discussion videos and all that good stuff.
Okay, and then Jordan, thanks for joining us, man. Where can they find you?
Thanks for having me. My name is Jordan Fringe on YouTube. I do a show called Nerdstalgic where I find stuff from the 90s and 20s, whether it be video games online or like toys or stuff. Like I did a Video Now one. I did Kid Picks, which is a computer program. That's what I do weekly on there. I have a new channel just called The Fringe where I talk about all my like discussions on like entertainment, gaming, and stuff like that. That's just side stuff that stuff I discuss on like a show like this. So yeah, and at Jordan Fringe 94 on Twitter if you want to harass me when I tweet about the Smash League.
Did you guys have anyone in mind? Any smaller streamers you guys wanted to?
Yeah, let me. Or if nobody else has anybody, I can look up. I got somebody.
Yeah, grab a smaller streamer. You can go do that.
Okay. Well, we rated him last week, but he's the only one that I have on. George is playing Undertale blind right now.
Is Christian Gaming Network streaming?
Unfortunately not.
Oh man.
And actually tonight would be the night. If you guys go over there, you'll have a good chance at winning the Valkyria Chronicles 4 digital giveaway because he only needs 10 more subs. So
all right, there you go.
Yeah, so I'll link that in the chat for you guys.
All right.
The loudest thunder of my life.
Cool.
Yikes.
Okay. I guess we're good. Well, that's gonna do it for episode 82. Hopefully next week we'll have a direct maybe to talk about. We'll see. Yeah. All right, cool. Very good. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll see you next week, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Hopefully Max and Sean will be back and they could talk about everything as well. See you guys then.